praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey yeah, 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 hey yeah. Hey yeah, 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 hey yeah. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel. Where the family at that's in the building, man? Where is the family at that is in the building? We got a lot to get into. We got a lot to get into. Make sure y'all drop them fire emojis. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel, man. Like I said, we got a lot to get into. We're going to rock the house out today. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. First and foremost, before we even get started, peace and love to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to everybody that's listening, that's not able to comment in the comment section. If you're moving around, traveling, make sure you guys be safe. And always, family, be aware, stay vigilant, and stay dangerous. Shout out to the family that's in the chat. And I appreciate y'all for coming in and shouting out and dropping those comments. Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to shout the family out. That the code Brewski getting to me. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Call me B, Dark Matter, Gable, Poison Puppet. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Y'all see what's going on, man. Y'all see the title. 100% proof. The 5 civilized tribes are white people. They were white. And I'm going to show you that through meticulous records. You know what I'm saying? But we do need everybody to go ahead and smack that like button. Let's get the likes up. Y'all know they be playing with my channel, shadow ban. So I need each and every one of the real ones in the building. I think we got at least 15 real niggas in the building. If we can get all 15 of the family to share the live stream real quick, that's going to put us in the algorithm. We need everybody to share this live stream real quick. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We're going to go ahead and start off properly in this thing. Y'all know how we going to barbecue. It is your brother Aboriginal Power, and it ain't official until we get right into it. So, yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We're going to be showing you how these 5 civilized tribes are white. And one of the most notable 5 civilized tribes are the Cherokee. So I'm going to go into a brief history of one of the more prominent leaders of the Cherokee Nation, the guy who created the syllable chart and ultimately the alphabet that we call the Cherokee alphabet, that was put together by a German white man by the name of George Guess, formerly known as Chief Sequoia. So we're going to get right into that data, man. Go ahead and smack that like button. And like I said, if y'all really rocking with your boy, go ahead and support the channel, man. Cash App information is pinned at the bottom of the live stream. I'm going to drop it again for the family that don't see it. And I know we got some real ones that's going to support the channel, man. We're going to cook today. But before we get right into this heat, we're going to be right back in just a second. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. We'll be right back.
24K, big facts only. On your bitch ass. Cry me a river so I can float the boat. I don't need a bridge, I need an open coast. But lose when I dock, I let the focus go. We made it here, ain't no need to rope a dope. Hater had to fight those years. Tears and all them lonely roads, it's over now. Smiles the only faces that we stuck with. Living like a god, cause God said it give me comfort. Talking to the squad about building up our living structures to change the way the masses view the classes they all stuck in. Give courage to the families in the struggle. We was once them, above them, never. Better because them. Understand black elite forever. Gon' plug in. Apps in the making, concentrating on our funding. I'm sure that the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending. Yeah, the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending.
I just sure that never fall off. For this bag I can't call off. Tell me who to trust, cause it's demons on my call off. I just wanna live in abundance and be well off. Now chess pieces off of my board, cause they might tell off. Strategic moves, smell like success when I'm breezing through. We mapping moves, thinking about Jay, wish he was breathing too. Them oppositions along the road was always needed too. I had to look myself in the mirror, I've been defeated too, to see the vision, and I got clarity now. I was lost, but God, he hearing me now. Orchestrating all our steps, you hear that symphony sound. It's all specific, the mission, pray for my enemies now. The demons out, but all my
end is always better than beginning.
And I'm
one
sure
step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending. Yeah, the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon.
They made me read book. I could read a book so quick. Like I could read 1,000 books in the fucking week.
You could do that?
Yeah, because I was like trained to read.
Damn, and because of that, they put you in special ed?
Well, in special ed, they train you. It's
All right, all right, all right. We are in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hopefully, y'all can hear me loud and clear. Let's get right to some of this heat. This is from the Encyclopedia of Alabama. We're going to be going in on the Cherokee. We're talking about one of the most notable chiefs of the Cherokee Nation, Chief Sequoyah. All right, better known as George Guest or George Guest. He's a white man. Oh, excuse me. He is a pale-skinned beast that we're going to get into. So look, George Guest was one of the most influential men in the history of the Cherokees, in addition to leading a very active role in war and politics. His greatest legacy to the Cherokee Nation was his invention of the syllabary, a written version of the Cherokee spoken language that enabled the Cherokees to record their traditions, establish a native language newspaper, amongst other developments. Although born in what is now Tennessee, in the area Sequoyah lived in, was large portion of his life what is now called northwestern Alabama. Even serving in the Creek War, around 1813, 1814, much of the work on his syllabary was accomplished while he lived in the state. Chief Sequoyah was born in Overhill, Cherokee Town in Tuskegee, near present-day Vonore, Tennessee, sometimes around 1776, and inherited his Paint Clan membership through his Cherokee mother. Now we're going to break down and show you who his mother is, because his mother name is Sally Waters. We're going to talk about that. All right, Water. It said Water. His father was probably the white hunter soldier Nathan Gist, who from the area when Sequoyah was very young, he was related to the Chickamauga war chief John Watts. Though his mother, as a young man, Sequoyah worked on his mother's farm, raising dairy cows, breaking horses, and hunting for the deer skin. After the family moved to Willstown in present-day DeKalb County, Alabama, later he became interested in metals and worked as both a silversmith and a blacksmith. So this is one of the images of Chief Sequoyah. Let's just pull it up. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see the image? If y'all can see this, look at him. This is a white man. This is part of the 5 civilized tribes. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Go ahead and drop them fire emojis if y'all in here with me. Support the channel. Let me know that y'all rocking with me. Cash App information is in the chat. Do I need to drop it one more time for the family? Do I need to drop it one more time for the family? Go ahead and support the movement. But yeah, man, so a lot of this shows you. And when you go and start looking at the census bureaus around this time, and even before this time, you're going to start seeing the large population of whites being included in these Indian nations. So we're going to read some more about Chief Sequoia. We're going to read some more about Chief Sequoia, all right? All right, see, Chief Sequoia became curious about the process of writing that he observed in English printing books, and came to believe that it would be possible to create a written form for the Cherokee language. Beginning in 1809, he experimented with pictographs, but found them too daunting. Okay, he eventually arrived at a method of assigning one character or symbol to each syllable of sound in the Cherokee language. Although he could not speak, read, or write English, Sequoia adapted from symbols from the English alphabet and assigned Cherokee symbols to them for other syllables. He assigned symbols of his own creation. So a German pale skin created the Cherokee language. Not only did he create the Cherokee language, he was the chief of the Cherokee. George Guest, a German descendant. What if I was to tell y'all that only a few of Black people were even acknowledged a part of these civilized tribes, and that they were directly the pale skins doing this shit for land allodial titles and or allotment act? See, when the allotment act happened right after the Dawes rose, it was almost like the 1-2 punch, and then you took it out. So I want to go through some more meticulous records. So we know that when we see a lot of these chiefs and members of these tribes today, they are in fact pale skin. They are not the Negro. They're either some type of pale skin or mixture of pale skin. But when you go back to farther meticulous records, things start to take a different note as well. So when you go to the 5 civilized tribes, now look, this is from the Department of Interior, the Census Office, okay? Extra Census Bulletin, 5 civilized tribes in Indian Territory: the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole. So we're going to skip it down to about, I'm going to skip it to about right here so I can read. I got a lot to read right quick. So shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hold on. Okay, babe. Shut my door. All right, let's get into it. The 5 civilized tribes of Indian Territory. Okay, Indians not taxed and not under control of the Indian office, but carried on its roles. Indian not taxed. So let's see who they was referring to. Now, before we get started, is anybody confused on what I'm saying and where I'm going so far? Yeah, I want to make sure today's is very, very clear. So if y'all got any questions in the chat, don't hesitate to shoot them. I will try to respond to them as best as possible. But y'all see, we're going straight to the actual government documents and census records. Primary source. The 5 civilized tribes of the Indian Territory are the Cherokee, Chickasaws, the Cherokee, Chickasaws, Choctaws, Creeks, and the Seminoles. The 5 tribes are entirely self-supporting, living on appointed lands with large surplus each year from payments by the United States government. So the real Indians, on this, according to this record, get a surplus every year by the United States government. The results from the almost primitive system of agriculture, now they have large herds of cattle, horses, and sheep. They have several large towns and villages. No liquor, listen, no liquor is allowed in the territory or nations. There is a United States court, but its jurisdiction is limited. Capital offenses and felonies committed by other than Indians are tried in the United States District Court, either Paris, Tox, or at Fort Smith, Arkansas. There is an Indian agent at Muskogee in charge of what is known as the Union Agency. So listen, as soon as you start seeing agent, Cherokee, civilized, and then this big word right here, Union Agency, we're talking about covert people. Now, who dissed you? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Collect 73, Nike 903, Dark Matter. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Hopefully everybody good. Are y'all with me so far? We got some shit to show y'all in this one. So it shows you how these people were under the Union. The Union Agency was like the CIA before the CIA. This is pale skins, covert intelligence programs. They were using these white people to convert into these tribes. This is why the tribes even became a federally recognized system within 1 year and fully established with surplus payments. These were the pale skins getting money for the pale skins. The Dawes Rose was the least of your matters. Let's get into it. Which comprised the 5 civilized tribes. His relations to several tribes are regulated by the different treaties and by orders from the Secretary of Interior. The citizens of the 5 civilized tribes are usually well-housed brick frame and log houses. Their horses, cattle, sheep, and swine, as well as tools and agricultural implements, are about the same as those of the average white people. They said they're about the same as the average white people. Okay? Let me highlight that. Do you understand that? Keep that in mind. The land is largely used for grazing. Large hay crops are cut along the river and the creek bottoms. Enormous areas of the best lands are used by individuals for grazing and other purpose by merely running a plow for through or around the track and using the same time. The track so used contains more than 50,000 acres. The owners of large herds who occupy those lands with their stock are opposed to allotting the lands in severalty. All right, in severalty. So they can't sell the land, they can't get rid of the land. That's just what they got. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. It's good to see everybody that's up in here. The numbers of the church communication in the 5 civilized tribes is large. They are given the detail on the subsequent page. Baptist, Methodist, and Presbyterian predominated. Okay, there are some pagan Indians remaining. The laws and conditions governing the 5 civilized tribes are particular to the people are reluctant to furnish information regarding them. Now, look, this is the official records. This is the primary. And this right here section is the official directory of the Indian territories. Look, it tells you who the people was. Judge, United States Court, J.W. Shackelford of the Muskogee, United States, Marshall T.B. Needles of the Muskogee Nation, United States District Attorney L.F. Wardrum of Muskogee, Leo E. Benton, United States Indian Agency, and also the Union Agency, 5 civilized tribes, Muskogee, R.D. Martin, Clerk, Muskogee. Now, look, let's get into the Cherokee. Cherokee Nation, the capital, Tahlequah. Joel R. Mays, principal chief of that particular area. Samuel Smith, second chief of that particular area. Robert Ross, the treasurer of that particular area. Okay. These are all pale skins, y'all. These are all pale skins, of what we will call a white person today. Do y'all understand that these are white people right here? That the majority of these names, and especially these chiefs signing the principles that sat in front of the judge to establish these particular negotiable contracts, these are pale skins. Are y'all under the oppression? And do y'all understand that? If not, I want to make sure, I want to make it clear. Y'all drop some fire emojis for your boy. Y'all drop some fire emojis if y'all with me. If y'all got questions, let me know. So look, when you move to the Cherokee, William N. Guy, principal chief, Mill Creek, Alexander Kenny, treasurer, Mill Creek, J.W. Harris. That's all part of these are the people that's involved. These are the chiefs of the nation. Choctaw Nation. And by the way, this is in 1890, by the way. Cherokee Nation, capital, Tuscaloosa. B.F. Smallwood, chief. Allerton Telly, national secretary. N.B. Ainsworth, national auditor. Matt A. Lester. Wilson Jones, treasurer. Creek Nation. These are the capital chiefs of the nation. L.C. Perryman, principal chief. I can't even pronounce the other nigga name. W.M. Palmer, another one. N.B. Moore, another white chief. Seminole Nations, John F. Brown, principal chief. Hull Putter, second chief. Wawoka, second chief. Jackson Brown, treasurer. T.S. McGinsey, superintendent of the schools. So it shows you how these tribes are being occupied. All the allotted surplus money is going to these particular people. Well, they was there on records going before that, brother Nate Bad, y'all. So look, these are the statistics of Indians. Names of Indian reservations, agencies, tribes occupying or belonging to the reservation. Area, or each reservation unallotted in acres and square miles in reference to the treaty law, and other authority by which reservations were established. Right? So look, name of the reservations, total of them at this particular time was 5. Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, Seminole. Agencies. It said DO, DO, DO. We got to get into what DO mean, but you see union right here. You see union right here. Okay. Talks about, it highlights all the treaties. Highlights all the treaties with these same pale skins dating all the way back to at least 1833 with these pale skins, Brother Nate Badjaw. See? Pale skins with name, lineage, and everything. Name, lineage, and everything. So let's read a little bit of this. 1890 census. We're going to read this. The census of 1890s pertaining to American Indians. I hope y'all in here with me. I'm hoping y'all in here with me right now because we about to cook a little bit. Let me go ahead and knock this shit out. Y'all ain't turned up for this yet. These are primaries. All right. The numerators of the 5 civilized tribes in Indian Territory for the United States Census were mostly Indians, appointed and recommended of the governors and principal chiefs by some, but some changes were made, and almost were all the changes in one of the tribes for a reason. 4 special agents were sent to Indian Territory to supervise the work by the agreement with the governors and the representatives. The wisdom of this policy was apparent when the particular nature of Indian political conditions became known. Much opposition was shown to the census. The Creek and Seminole authorities aided it. Okay, they aided it. However, by legislation action only. They urged the residents to give information to the enumerators, but meetings were led to resist them. Under the circumstances, it was decided to ask a few questions as possible and to get, as a rule, the general statistic populations. Okay. It was found difficult to obtain other statistics. The 4 special agents in charge visit the nation, and their report gives their observation in detail, the unsettled condition of the Indian Territory, and the constant clashing between whites called intruders and the Indians their authorities produce and prejudge against the census, which have had a hard time. The census of the 5 civilized tribes, right, watched with jealousy each movement of the United States, and agents as question of a vast moment are pending. This made cherry of answering questions proposed by the enumerators of special agents. A serious difficulty was met in the answer to, are you an Indian? This is to some of the white people. Under the laws of the 5 tribes or nations of the Indian Territory, a person, white in color and features, is frequently an Indian, being so by remote degree of blood or by adoption. There are many whites now present claiming to be Indians. I just want y'all to see where we at right here with this. We're going to read. There are many whites now residents claiming to be Indians, whose claims have not yet been acted upon by the nations. Negroes are frequently met who speak nothing but Indian languages, and Indians by tribal law and by customs, and others are met who call themselves Indians who have not yet been so acknowledged by the tribes. So it shows you the Negroes were never acknowledged. They was frequently ignored and frequently denied. It shows you that these white people were the Indians. Now let's keep going. The circumstances necessarily produce some confusion as the number of Indians separately designated. However, the total population as given is correct. The difficulties surrounding taking the census were argument by the fact that the enrolling the Indians infrequent occurred, that it was necessary to equip 2 and sometimes 3 interpreters to accompany the enumerators for their converse, all right, for their converse with the Indians in the same loyalty. The residents of the 5 civilized tribes, citizens or otherwise, pay no taxes on real or personal property, and there are no assessments for this proposal. Keep that in mind. Census districts in the Cherokee Nation were the following 9 districts: Canada, Kasakiwi, Delaware Flint, Going Snake, Illinois, Saline, Sequoia, and Tahlequah. All right. In the Chickasaw Nations, there were 4 countries: Panola, divided into 2 districts for the census purposes; Pickens, divided into 8 districts in the census purpose; Pototoke, divided into 3 different districts, with the census proposing as Tishomingo, divided into 2 different districts for the census records. And the Choctaw Nation had 3 judicial districts were followed with census proposals. First judicial district, Gaines County, Sands, Boyes County, Scullyville County, and Sugarloaf County, all with the Tubuxes County. Second judicial district, Apokeshamby County, Atokalo County, Eagle Country, and Red River County, Wade County, Wolf County, and the judicial district of Atoka County, Blue County, Jacks Fork County, Jacks County, and Kayamichi County. Okay. So it's showing you the populations that was all taken and was enumerated by these particular census records. I don't think y'all like these type of bills, man. I might just go and end it right now. I ain't even got into the good part. Y'all ain't even hitting that like button, dropping no fire emojis. It says the Indians spoke nothing but Indian languages and had nothing but Indian customs, but was still ignored. That's the real mound builders. I'm giving, this is primaries 2305. If y'all want this, we got to get at least 10 people to support the channel. We get 10 people to support the channel. I'm dropping the book in the chat for everybody to use. I'm dropping the primary in the chat. So look what it said. Did we move on from now? All right, so let's get into the next part. In the chart, this is statistics of Indians and the population also. So in the Creek Nation, the 6 districts were followed for census purposes: Keewata District, Deep Fork District, and the other Muskogee District, and the Omalege District. Okay. In the Seminole Nations, there were no countries or districts. You understand? In the Cherokee, in the Seminole, they didn't have no districts, meaning they didn't separate and split into multiple white nations. The Seminoles didn't split into multiple white nations. That's the difference. It says it right here. The population of the 5 civilized tribes were found to be 178,097 people, as follows: Indians of the 5 tribes living in their own tribes, 45,494 Indians. Other tribes, including many Indians of the 5 civilized tribes who were found in other tribes in their own, total around 4,561. Total Indians, 50,055. Indian citizens, Negroes and other Negro descents, 18,636. I'm telling you, this is how many Indian Negroes it was. This is how many Indian Negroes it was. I got the primaries on the record. It's on the screen. And look, Chinese Indians, 13. There was only 13 Chinese Indians in 1890, according to the enumerated census records. Now, listen, look what it says right here. Whites, including some claimants of Indian citizenship, total around 109,393 people. Do y'all understand what's going on? White people were the majority in the tribes. Listen to me. They were the majority in the tribes. Let's go down and look at the actual record. Population of the 5 civilized tribes. We got 5 civilized tribes. The total amount, 178,097 people. 95,000 or more were male. 82,000 or more were female. And their people that were in their tribes, 45,000. People that were out of their tribes, a little bit over 4,000. Now look, when we get into total population, whites included claimants of Negro descendants claimants. 18,000 Negroes total in the entire tribe, while 109,000 whites occupy the tribe. Do you understand what I'm saying? Only 18,000 Negroes out of all 5 civilized tribes were recorded out of 109,000 whites. Come on, man. Let me just drop the link in the chat. I ain't even about to show no more. I'm not even about to do it today. We're going to have a conversation about this. Let's have a conversation about this. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Shout out to my brother Chief Crazy Overstanding for being the first and only person to support the channel. We get 9 more people to support. We dropping that PDF in the chat for y'all. And it's let me see how many pages this motherfucker is. Hold on. Let me see how many pages this bad boy is. I think this is 100 pages. Hold on. Let me tell you. I'll tell you in just a second. Hold on. Yeah, it's like 100 pages in this book. The link is in the chat. Any questions? Any questions? Any more questions, family? Is there any more questions? I would love to answer all questions. The link is in the chat, though. Milestone thoughts. I know that hurt your feelings, but I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to let you know that in these 5 civilized tribes, they were white people. And the Negroes that were supposed to be allotted and enumerated were almost often ignored frequently, is what the primary record says. Their own record says. Go ahead, Root Words.
Hey, man. The word Indian is attached. My fault. First off, salute that power. Hope you're doing all right. Powerful build.
Peace and love, brother.
Yes, sir. My ideology is that there was people here before the colonists that was every color.
For sure.
That was dealing with these industries, whatever the industry was. And on the West Coast and other places, there was some Chinese industry people, there was some white industry people, and there was some black industry people. And I digress.
Hey man, listen, you right about there was Negroes here before then. But when you reading that out of all the nations, 177,000 members that was enumerated, 109 of them were white. How you feel about that, Root? That's crazy.
Y'all might as well just say y'all little root words, and white people been here for longer than what we've been saying. Little root words around here. You shocked me. Shit, Chinese people, Asians been around here for a while.
It was only 13 of them. They really don't even
Okay.
count. It was only 13 Chinese in the tribes.
I mean, but them 13, I mean, that's just
13 scattered amongst 5 different tribes.
You know, they was probably women.
Probably so. But yeah, have you ever read the book by Alexander von Wathamanu?
Nah.
Well, he wrote a book called Unexpected Faces in Ancient America. I'm going to give you that book later on. Phenomenal book. It explains within all the archaeological findings going back to 1500 BCE to 1500 AD, showing nothing but Negro artifacts found everywhere and everywhere in between, from that period on to that period on. It's a great book. And he was an archaeologist, by the way. Very respected one.
I'm just saying, when you look at these census of Indians, are you saying them as a new breed of Indians, or are these the Indians?
Well, let me go to another source for you, right? And I want you just to read. I want you to read for me. Okay? Can you do that for me?
And that was slick as hell, man. That was slick as fuck. I'll read a little bit.
All right.
I got you.
All right, I'm gonna get as big as I can on the screen. If I need to take the highlight off, just let me know.
George Guest, who the fuck and George Geest are alternative names used? Oh my god, this nigga about to have me read this shit. By Sequoia. A Cherokee polymath best known for inventing the Cherokee syllable in 1821.
So a German white man that was a Cherokee created the Cherokee language.
Man, that all goes with just little root words, man. Just white people been here for a long time, man. Man, I can't believe that shit, man.
Chief Crazy Overstanding. Email me right now. I got you, gang.
This can't be true, man.
No, this is 100% fact. And we taught this in school because Chief Sequoia was born in the area that's called Sequoia, Tennessee, which is in Knoxville.
What, it's a city?
Yes, Knoxville, Tennessee. It wasn't Knoxville at the time. It was called Sequoia Hills or Overtime.
About time somebody linked us to something nice. Shit, man. God dang. That's crazy, man. I just, I take this story into another thing that people was in Sequoia City and shit, aka whatever the city you just said it is now. Motherfuckers was living like they was back in the day. I mean, like today, shit. There's a speckle of Asians coming around, and there's a whole bunch of white and black folks being here, man. I'm sorry, that's just how I look at it. These motherfuckers said some Chinese Indians.
I mean, that's what the census record says.
I'm just trying to say,
so that
it's confusing me.
That also proves my point that some of these Native Americans are Asian descent and European descent. That's it. Very few of them that's in these tribes today are Negro, if none. There might be some card carriers, but actual enumerated reservationists, I doubt it.
I'm just saying, when I see the census back then and today, a person check off if they from China. Person check off if they from England, Spain, Portugal, and all that. So it's just confusing me when the person is taking away their nationality and saying they a Chinese Indian or white Indian. It's just confusing to me. That's all. I digress.
Well, I know it is confusing when you hear a bunch of niggas claiming that they these same tribes, right?
Yeah, it's just like, why
Yeah,
would
but
this
you gotta
white person?
understand that
No, go
when
ahead.
you say Cherokee, you gotta say one of the Cherokees. And when you say Chickasaw, you gotta say one of the Chickasaw. They were broken in two different bands: the United States Confederate or the five civilized tribe union agencies and the Confederate tribes. That's why you see people list Cherokee like the Chickamauga fighting for the Confederates, and the other Cherokees are part of the union agencies. See, I'm breaking down the confusion right now. I know people be confused.
See, I'm saying that all this stuff been here, and according to this story, if we can see through the bullshit, it is what it is because on the census and stat shit, a person from England, a person from Scotland, a person from Asia, China is from China. But just because these people was over here looking Chinese, they gonna throw Chinese and white and black beside them, but they Indians, man.
Man, they started letting Africans and Barbadians in the tribes before they let Negroes back in there. Did you know that?
I'm just talking about what I see in the 1890s that a whole bunch of niggas and whites dominated the tribes, or
That's what I'm
was a
talking
lot of
about.
people in the tribes.
1890s, bro. I'm talking about in the 1900s, 1890s, right around that time, bro. This is the same time that they were sending Black American Negroes to Africa under the American Colonization Society. Same time that these Europeans is being recognized as civilized tribes. Ain't that ironic that these white people are? Same year, probably the same month. You got white people being established as the real Indians, while Negroes getting sent to Africa.
But in them statues showing it showed that the two majority groups in there was the blacks and whites.
Yeah, the majority groups were the blacks and the whites, but the whites had a far larger margin. There were 18,000
Hell yeah.
blacks. Yeah, there was 18,000 blacks, while it was 109,000 whites.
Man, that make sense.
I mean, that's what the actual primary records say.
I'm saying that
Yeah, it had 13 Chinese people scattered throughout all five tribes. So they totaled around 13 Chinese that they enumerated for. 13 Chinese, 18,000 Negroes, and 109 whites. 109,000 whites.
I'm saying that they were like all I'm saying is that's the black and white Indians, man, that been over here for a while, man. That's the best I could say. There ain't no Europeans and no African Americans and Chinese people. These motherfuckers that's from here.
Well, I know for a fact Europeans been here a lot longer than what they telling you.
I ain't say Europeans. They call themselves Indians.
Well, they call themselves Indian for benefits. Like when you go back and look at Chief Sequoia George Guest, his father's name was Nathaniel Guest, mother name Sally Waters.
Man, that's not a German name, bro.
Yeah, the fuck it is.
Nah,
It's
they have a name like Waters and
hold on.
they had a little
The term
a little weird, man.
guess is German, like guess jeans, same spelling, German.
I ain't saying you wrong. I'm just trying to say it would be spelled like Gois. Like Gois. They had a little weird shit.
Nah, you tweet. I can't say it like that.
Oh yeah, they just talk with little weird shit. They don't say guess with good. I don't know, man. They vowels is wild. I ain't saying I'm right. I'm just always like, wow, man. Unless you can show me that there's these Europeans that came over here and got in the tribes. That's them hunkies that been over here, man. That was the last.
I can show you pale skins in America about 1,000 years ago, dude. Primary sources.
I got most of my sources from you. Shit.
I'm talking about these are primaries, bro. You can't get around this shit. I got primaries showing white people in America 1,000 years ago, at minimum.
I know the Vikings was coming over here 1,000 years ago.
I mean, call them whatever you want. I'm saying white people.
Yeah, and they used to call this Vinland. I always said that. I just think it'll open up history and we'll understand a little bit better. But shit, I ain't got all my T's dotted and I's crossed, but I could just I think a lot of people when they naturally put white people to Europe, they fuck the whole story up. But somebody had to open up the door for the people that look like Europeans. Just couldn't come over here and mingle amongst us and do that bullshit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that there were some insights going on, but I just think it's weird with this 5 civilized tribes being predominantly pale skins.
I don't know. I mean, if they saying they from Europe because Europeans ain't start coming over here till like the late 1800s, early 1900s, like that.
Nah, they came over here before then. But you're right, the large lump sum of them started coming around that time, around the 1900s and shit.
Or you could look at it as, man, I swear you right, man. No, I'm looking at it totally wrong when I'm being honest, man. Man, people don't like to hear this shit. That's what Indian mean, foreign white person, man.
Oh Lord, damn. You did it, bro. You gonna open up Pandora's box, bro. They gonna come get
According to
your
the 14th Amendment, man, the anchor baby is the European white person. That's their first
God
vote.
damn. That's the anchor baby. Birthright citizenship.
Ah, shit, man.
You might be on to something.
That's just how I get it, man. Yeah, best way I can say, shit. Man. That's what Indian mean, a white anchor baby. Fuck off. Shit.
You might be on to something.
I had my grandma talking about she was a white anchor baby, man. What the fuck?
Your grandma said that?
Oh, my grandma said she was an Indian, nigga. Grandma, they tricked you too, nigga. I do know she was a 14th Amendment anchor baby. Shut up. Now people be killing me with that black stuff though. They're like, oh, black is nom de gear and this and that and this and that. Nigga, shut up. Indian, a white motherfucker anchor baby. Shut up. Yeah, just having fun with it though. Oh, this is crazy.
Man, I got some shit, bro. I got so many primaries that show pale skins here. It's really ridiculous.
I think that's where the church is at. Shit. You get a whole bunch of black and white folks. I don't know, man. I just gotta get my shit right. But it's just right. I say it's rightful history. Best I can say. Might not even be no money in it, but it's rightful history shit.
Man, there's primaries out there, bro.
I really believe George Washington and all them people really was from this land. All them people back in the day. Man, these motherfuckers ain't start coming over here. The first anchor babies. The first time foreigners was over here, it was like in the 1840s, 1850s and shit. What the fuck? Or the 14th Amendment. Yeah, shit, man. All them people, just my opinion, them motherfuckers was from here, man.
Man, I got some shit for these niggas, bro. Can't tell you.
And I think that's where we missing at. It was a whole bunch of white and black people like it is in America today. Like the city of
Hey,
Nashville.
I wanna stand with Root Claim for a second. Let's open up the gates. Let's get some pushback. Let's see if his claim can stand a little water. Even though his ass ain't got no fucking sources, but I'm gonna help him out with that.
Man, so I can line everything up. It aligns.
I already got it lined. The sources speak for themselves. See, I ain't gotta line it up you only line it up when you ain't got it. See, when the source is out there, it just speaks for itself. I'm not saying nothing. I'm letting the sources speak. I'm not adding nothing.
I hate to admit this though, I mean, I ain't about to argue with you, man. I just have to deliver my fighting style different, man. Okay, shit. I mean, you borderline saying we saying the same thing, shit.
No, I ain't saying you ain't. I ain't saying nothing. Bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I try to narrate my story and destroy their story at the same time. Man. You
See,
barely could do that unless you got like pictures.
I just give the facts out, and then once we got a clear understanding of the facts, then we can start conversating about what we think it is and what it. You know what I mean? Probably is nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? But I like to
Yeah,
get the
like
facts first because it's hard to have a conversation about, let's just say, white people being in America before colonization when we ain't. You got to lay out the facts first so they can understand what we saying. You feel what I'm saying?
all right, that when they say the first colonies in the New World, because the first colonies did not start off in Massachusetts and in the United States. They said they jumped in the fucking Northern Sea and they was looking at Antarctica. They was looking at Antarctica, man. They was looking at this freezing ass shit and landed in Cap Negro. That's my first instinct. That's what it's called. Cap Negro, El Bay. That's the first place they landed is in Cap Negro. I don't even understand what that means.
Hey,
I'm just
Mr.
trying to.
Aboriginal Smith, hit the link, my nigga. Hit
So
the
you
link.
telling me that they jumped off a boat in the middle of polar bear area? Like that's polar bear territory. That's brown bear territory.
Mr.
Man.
Aboriginal Smith, why would I need to provide a small town that they built for you? Nigga, did I say they built the town? See, y'all don't be listening. I'm about to start getting y'all asses back in order. Y'all niggas don't listen. Never did Bap say that. I said white people been here for at least 1,000 years.
I'm saying that when you look at all the builders in America in the 17 and 1800s at all these cities, they didn't have a legal right over here according to law. Because the first time was
Oh,
so
no, I don't
called.
think they built no cities. I don't think they
Huh?
built no cities, brother. They was already coming to cities that were already built.
Yeah, but I think they got redesigned
Not by pale skins.
by American pale skins,
When?
16, 17, and 1800s,
Okay.
1900s, 2000s. Well, I can't say
Okay.
2000s. We might have felt, but the build. I mean, Europeans ain't come over here and build shit. These motherfuckers have been here.
No, that's true. Because you got to realize certain structures got plumbing in them in America. See, people don't pay
No,
attention
they
to the
don't.
plumbing. See, people don't pay attention to the plumbing. A lot of buildings in America have plumbing.
It was a different type of plumbing, but yeah, you're right.
But guess what? No buildings in early Europe had plumbing. See how that works?
I disagree.
Well, look it up. All you gotta do is do a Google search. Try me. They didn't start getting plumbing till like the late 1800s. We talking about before that, brother. We talking about before the 1800s. We talking about 1600s, 1500s, 1200s. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't have no plumbing in none of them buildings in Europe. The last time they had plumbing before that was when the Roman Empire existed. After the Romans got gone, the plumbing got gone. That's a fact.
Saying when you that, how the fuck like let me make sure I say this right. Like you're saying that somebody built and installed a plumbing system, bro. Where did it go, bro?
That the people that came after them didn't never build with plumbing after that. That's why I'm asking you. You go look at
Man, you
Roman
hear what
buildings.
you saying, man.
Listen, go look at Roman buildings. They had plumbing. Go look at early European buildings. They had no plumbing at all. Literally went through a fucking dark ages because of that.
Power, you just gotta listen to that shit.
I know it sounds crazy, but you're not
No, you're
challenging.
saying, yeah, you're saying that they had plumbing. And then
No, no,
after
no,
the
no.
group of people leave, the other people came in and just start shitting on themselves for some shit. It just don't make sense.
Why? Well, let me break it down to you. Europeans and English people think that they come from Romans. I'm saying that they don't come from Romans at all. The Romans was niggas and they left with the science, and that's why you don't see plumbing after that. See how that works.
All I'm saying is it's proof
Now
that,
rebut me. No, rebut me, my nigga.
man, at party, I can't believe what you're saying that a house that has plumbing in them. When the
A
people
building,
moved
a
out, the
building,
next people
a
moved
building.
in and didn't use the toilet, bro. That's what you're saying.
Well, no, what I'm saying is Roman Empire and structures are ruined. They became ruined. So you look at the gate time between the fall of Rome and the startup of early medieval Europe. You understand? There's a huge gap between that. And the place is not even being occupied. It's in ruin.
Paul, I just don't see nobody in the world unless you like from Africa or one of these huts, just living in castles and buildings
Listen, bro,
without a toilet,
just
bro.
do me a favor. You buy your computer,
No, I'm
Google it.
not.
Google it, my
No,
nigga.
I'm just trying to say, just what's good for the goose is good for the gander. These people had aqueducts just like we did.
When
These people
though?
knew how to control water, man. Come on,
When?
man.
When? 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 Do you ever heard of the Black Plague, dude?
Oh, power.
I'm saying, have you ever heard of the Black Plague? Yes or no?
What's the Black Plague?
Where disease and famine destroyed almost half of Europe in the 12th century due to the lack of plumbing.
Yeah, they just erased all the Moors. Yeah, shit.
So now you saying what I'm saying? What was
No,
the
man, it just
Romans?
don't
Hold
make
on.
sense, man.
Was the Romans the ancestors of the Anglos and the Europeans?
All I'm saying is, I
I'm
just don't
asking you a
believe it.
question, please
I don't
answer.
know.
Let you
I don't
cook.
know. I can't go that
No, you
far.
do, nigga. You trying to run for my question? Answer it, brother. You
I'm
do
saying
know,
that the
bro.
Latino culture, to me, it comes from America.
So I'm asking you: are the Romans the descendants? I mean, the ancestors of the European Anglos?
Impossible if I said it come from Latin America.
So wouldn't it be impossible for them to have Roman science like plumbing?
How
See,
did all the Roman shit get over there like it is over here and all around the world?
did niggas from America go over there?
So you said we forgot to build the fucking plumbing system?
No, I'm saying we went over. Listen to me, bro. I think you confusing yourself. I'm saying niggas from America, like you just said, the Romans, they're from America, right? They went over to Rome, created those buildings with plumbing, and then left. Civilizations kept building after that, but they just didn't build with plumbing.
What the fuck are man? Chill, F.
That's a fact, though, bro. Look it up. This is all fact. You can't debate that.
No, man. This is a
It's
slave man.
undebatable.
No,
It's
man.
undebatable, bro. You can go and look at the science.
Bro, these people have like star forts and castles and cathedrals,
And guess
bro.
what? None of them have bathrooms that flush, dude.
I don't. I'm not saying you wrong. I just hard to believe, man. That's just hard to believe.
Google it. Google it. Find any of the medieval castles that have a bathroom in it, and I'll shut the fuck up.
Man, this nigga said Europe is the great stink.
That's what happened in 1890, nigga. They dumped all their
Yeah.
doo-doo in the river. See, you don't know about the science over there, bro. They fucked up, fam. You don't know about that.
Hey man, there's this little skit talking about the mud flood, and that's what dude said. He said that's doo doo. Man, that motherfucker is crazy, but man, I just come on, y'all, man. He
See,
said the streets is doo doo. I said, oh, this shit
man,
crazy.
listen, man, these people ain't got no superior science.
I ain't saying they do, man. Motherfuckers ain't living in no huts, I mean, no
Man,
castles, smelling
listen,
like shit, man. Come on, man.
are you crazy? They smell like doo-doo to the point their skin was infected.
Come on, man.
Bro,
See, it's too much, man.
hold on, you never really heard of the Black Plague, bro?
Yeah, I heard of a lot. Yeah, man. Shit just Man, I heard of the French coming over here and giving the Indians blankets and shit and killing 50 million of them too. It's hard for me to believe in this shit.
Man, that's fake. Even history tell you that. That's a fake recorded history. There's no accountable death for 50 million people dying from any disease in America. All. That's all
Thank you.
made up.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard for a person to
And
say
I'm not
that
saying
Europeans
something
was
that ain't
living for
made up. Listen,
years without toilets,
root
man.
words, root words. This ain't like a blanket story. The damn castles are there, and they still don't have. Bro, I'm not about to keep repeating myself, dude.
Man,
You're not.
you are bullshitting, bro.
I'm not. I'm daring you to prove me wrong. I will stand corrected. I want you to prove me wrong.
They said, dude, I'm looking up. Do Europe have plumbing, man?
In medieval buildings, they got plumbing now. Duh. We're talking about in medieval times, dude. After the Roman,
Man,
directly after the Roman Empire, 12th century. See if the buildings had plumbing. Just look it up. I dare
they
you.
did, man. Y'all
Show me.
bugging,
Show
man.
me a building. Pull it up. You just read it and Google it. Do it again. I
You
bet
where
you.
was these people in castles pooping at, bro?
Matter of fact, let's just pull it up on the screen. I'm gonna just show y'all.
Man, eye power. All I'm saying is, man, where was these people using the bathroom at?
And outhouses and shit, dude.
Where was they washing their hands at, bro? Taking showers and bath, man.
Look, I'm about to pull it up.
Man, these damn narrations got y'all bugging, man. Y'all believe these motherfuckers went around the world and took it over and had slaves, but these motherfuckers didn't know how to fucking wash their hands? You telling me some motherfuckers that jumped out the ocean and kicked every last Mexican's ass and fucked their girlfriends? These motherfuckers ain't was stinking? That's man.
Man, let's just pull up the source, man. I can't believe you didn't know this, dude.
So you telling me chicken
So
harmony
look,
groups that all these
yeah.
men? Go ahead.
Indoor plumbing and castles and buildings in 1200 AD Europe. By the year 1200 AD, most castles in Europe did not have modern indoor plumbing. Water supply and water disposal were primitive by today's standard, and the concept of a pipe water system or flush toilets was not even developed there.
What about aqueducts?
Listen, water access. Castles typically relied on wells and cisterns for drinking water. They were often the only protected water source, and the water used mainly for the kitchen and for washing. There were no central water systems to bring water to all floors, especially a tall multi-story castle building or house. Toilet disposal. They didn't have them neither. They had a little room channel that you just shit in the damn a shaft in a stone chamber. You just shit in the shaft and then get up. No toilet paper, no plumbing, no water, no nothing.
Aboriginal power. Do you know what aqueducts are, bro?
Bro, I know, but I'm just trying to tell you, these pale skins didn't create that. And I'm just showing you that they didn't, because they didn't even have the science of it right now. They didn't have it, bro. So you look at you, the shit that you're talking about, somebody else did it. And I can tell you who did it. I can prove it to you right now.
Power. Do you know what aqueducts came out over there?
Aqueducts were some of the most advanced shit that Americans did, bro. We was masters at that shit. Do I gotta show you the
Okay,
source?
so when they got the science of aqueducts, man, it just don't make sense, man.
They don't got the science of that, obviously, because they ain't building them, dude. What are you
They
talking
got
about?
tons of them over there, like America do, bro.
Oh, you're slow, dude. I don't even want to
No,
talk to you.
I'm not. Just quit believing in this bullshit, man.
You slow, bro. You talking about some areas where Anglos ain't at.
Bro, this ain't Africa. This is Europe. That place is mathematically cool.
Bro, it's the fucking slums, dude.
No, no, it is not.
Bro, I've been there, bro. My little sister been living over there for the last 12, 14 years, dude. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
ever since gentrification. Okay, bro. But
Bro,
you
I've
really
been over
listen.
there.
You ever here talking about
Fucking, it's
power?
the fucking slums, dude. I went to, bro,
Oh
it's
man,
Paris, the slums, right by the Eiffel Tower, slums, ghetto, fucking, man, you don't know what you talking about, dude. I seen the
I'm
graffiti.
saying now the poverty level might be up, but I'm talking about the old structures is still there. That shit is
Man, them
marvelous,
structures
bro.
are dilapidated. They barely even get efficient electricity over that motherfucker. It's
Now I
fucked
can
up.
agree with that. But when you saying these people that was just thinking around there, bro, I ain't never
We
heard
got
people
oh
come back from
listen,
Europe and saying they got a stench, man.
we got aqueducts way before they even knew how to use plumbing in Europe, my nigga. That's what I'm saying. Europeans did not create the science nor really even develop the science of aqueducts.
I'm the only one that be fighting that shit, but I'm just trying to say, man, Indians wasn't using aqueducts neither, bro.
Oh man,
Hey, so in black folks didn't even get plumbing until like common, and it become common in America to like 1950s, and maybe even the late, even in the late
What you just say?
1970s. A lot of black people in the United States of America in the 1970s still
Where
didn't
name
have
a
plumbing
place
in their
for me where
house.
black people didn't have plumbings in 1905?
Louisiana, Mississippi, United
Okay.
States. I just said United
Now
States.
hold
Look it
on,
up.
sir. I'm asking you a simple question. Can you please give me a location inside of minutes of Mississippi where there wasn't no plumbing?
I didn't say
Was that me or him?
plumbing exists common. There was people that had
Bro, I think your mic messing up. I think it's going in and out.
have indoor plumbing. Outhouses was still
yeah,
prevalent, bro.
yeah, his mic going in and out.
Oh,
Your mic going in and out, family.
Now, would you just remember when you first came in here, and we gonna remember it, you said black people, a lot of black people didn't get plumbing in their houses until 1950. So when you come back, I just gonna remind you what you said.
Man, you know we had plumbing over here, dude. Y'all slow. Supposed to tell you slow, nigga. My nigga truth up here, bro. We got plumbing going back at least almost 4,000 years ago, dude. Do I
Man, this
gotta
nigga
show you?
said black folks didn't get fucking couldn't wash their ass until
Man,
1950.
the Olmecs is known as some of the first plumbing in the world, nigga. In America at least, nigga. Plumbing, real plumbing.
That's why I tried to ask him the areas, because as soon as he said Mississippi somewhere, he wasn't gonna name no cities. He's gonna put your ass in the woods somewhere
all right,
where you got
all
a
right,
house.
y'all hear me? Am I
Yep,
back? All right,
yep.
so listen, this is what I'm trying to explain to you, Brody. It was not common as it is now. As a matter of fact, they're still running plumbing lines today.
Where, sir, in the 1950s?
My great grandfather was raised in a house without indoor
Where
plumbing.
was this location at, sir?
You pick a state. Pick any state.
No,
Pick a
I
state.
can't pick a state. Your grandfather didn't live in every state.
Okay, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna do this for you. California, New York, Ohio, up to Detroit, down to Mississippi, United States of America. It was not common for black people, Indian, whatever you want to call them, in the United States of America, wherever they was at, all over in the United States of America. I just said that. Do
Okay,
I
can
need
I
to
rebut you,
let me look
please?
it? Let me look it up. Let me
Okay.
look it up for you. Let me look
Bro,
it up for
quit
you.
being long-winded. Can I just rebut you?
Go ahead.
I'm asking you simple questions. Can you give me a location, bro, where we didn't have plumbing at, especially when you're dealing with your family?
Hey, listen, hold on. Let's do this real quick. I like this conversation. I want y'all to allow each other to speak, and let's try to keep it source driven. Let's try to get to some facts. Black Power Banker, I ain't seen your little bitty ass in a minute. Hope all is well with you and the family. Truth. Shout out to everybody that's on the panel. Everybody that's in the chat, drop some fire emojis for your boy. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead and support the channel too, man. We need 8 more people for me to drop those, you know what I mean, gems for y'all that y'all need. You feel me?
Hey, look,
Okay,
Aboriginal
now my
Winnie the
brother
Pooh.
plainly said
Thank
though,
you.
he came in here and said black people around America, a lot of them, most of them, did not have adequate plumbing until 1950. I asked him
I,
for a simple city. He said, "Well, my grandfather or my family." Now, don't get outside of that. Let's stick to the facts of
hey,
your family.
listen,
Where was your
listen,
family
listen,
located,
listen,
sir?
listen. Because you asking me, you want a specific place, and I'm
Yes,
saying,
cause you're.
listen. I did not say that all black people did not have. You keep saying all. I said it wasn't common. I'm gonna read this for you. It says indoor plumbing became common for black households primarily between 1950 and 1970. It says trailing far behind white households nationwide. Pick a place. That place. Go,
Okay,
close your
sir.
eyes, point at the map. That place, nationwide, it was not common
Okay,
for us.
okay, sir. You said it. Okay, now you said it for the 5th time. The same thing you read from this book. Now I'm asking you, outside of a book, because I read in the book in 19 motherfucking 90 that Santa Claus was going to come through my goddamn it chimney and eat some cookies that my mama bought him and give me some goddamn it presents.
Listen,
No,
bro.
nope. I'm
You
almost
said
done.
your
I'm
mama
almost
bought
done,
him.
sir. I'm almost
Okay.
done. I'm almost done, sir. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Outside of that book, can you give me a location where black folks did not have plumbing? I digress.
Okay. Uh, um, well, let me make a point to the point you made. Your mother bought him cookies. She knew he was coming. So, and as far as that, the state of Louisiana, state of Mississippi, state of Alabama, state of California, state of New York, anywhere black people was, it wasn't. Do you know what I mean by common food? When I mean common, that there was a large portions of black people that did not have it. They went to outhouse. They were still digging outhouses. They had to go to outhouses. Outhouses was more common than indoor plumbing.
Now I'm
Outhouses.
asking you, where in New York, Louisiana, and Ohio was there outhouses? Because there wasn't a city in America since 1890 that had an outhouse in it. And I digress.
Okay, let me make it as simple as I can. Um, you can pick a city where black people was live. That those was down there, and they was out there, and they still had houses and chickens out there, and they wasn't really out there buying bread from the store now, because they was making their own bread now. Your great grandmother, she was making her own bread. Well, they ain't had no store bought bread, boy.
You gotta talk more like a slave. Go ahead, keep going.
They didn't have no store bought bread. Do you not know that grocery stores what was the things like constantly going to the store to go buy a thing? You only went to go buy certain things. You went and bought ingredients from stores. We wasn't buying loaves of bread like that. I don't think you understand how close we are to where we was producing a lot of what we ate. When our great grandparents was having multiple children because they was still helping on the farm. They was still sharecropping. I don't think you understand how close we are to that. Like you, all right, I got you.
Are you
Don't even
done?
trip.
Are you done?
You got it.
Thank you.
Mute up
Thank you. I
the
just want to make
whole
sure I got it because I don't want to cut you
mute up.
off.
Mute up
Now,
my
once
brother.
again, he came up here talking about. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just making sure you mute. Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, yeah, my fault. No, everybody. If anybody else, though, I'm just like you said, it's good conversation. Anybody else, I'll come back later, though. It's good conversation. Anybody else need to talk? I'm about to beat him
All
up.
right, y'all have y'all back and forth. Go ahead, cook.
All right, now seriously, man. He came in here and said the common, like the majority, like it was common in America for black people not to have plumbing in the 1950s, like MLK times, but it was common for white folks. I simply asked him where. And he wouldn't name it because I knew it was going to take us to some motherfucking old hillbilly setting in the countries where my grandma and them really come from. See, I can admit, when you stay in the sticks and stuff, yeah, plumbing might be a little bit reckless for you. But the common American ain't staying in this country, especially black folks. We stay in cities. So yes, there was people in the country like my grandma and them that had outhouses. But as soon as she moved to the city around everybody else, nigga, them outhouses was gone, bro. So it wasn't common for us to stay in outhouses. People stay in outhouses today. I mean, piss in outhouses today, out in the country. So if you ain't living out in the country and bumfuck Egypt, remember what I said, Egypt. You ain't got an outhouse. So your frivolous statement, that's what it is, a frivolous statement. And I digress.
Okay, I can tell you digress. Um, it says, why was access delayed? Urban redlining and segregation. They are rule disparities. Now, that's what you're talking about in the rule, and especially in the rules. Jim Crow infrastructure. Oh, damn. They got something called Jim Crow infrastructure where black people did have to use public or commercial facilities. Jim Crow laws forced businesses and institutions to build separate, poorly maintained colored restrooms or no facilities at all. So when they had the colored bathrooms and the white bathrooms, yes, that's when we started being able, because we couldn't use the white ones. Matter of fact, we had to go out down yonder. Uh, you really don't know the history of this place, do you? And no, and Europeans today, a lot of them don't wash their legs, so they still don't know how to wash for the most part. But you got it.
Okay, well, when I remember when they had, like you just said, I'm going to go off your point. I thought you was going to go on for a second. According to what you said, there was white bathrooms, and they didn't say black outhouses. They was called black what? Can you please, is it called white bathrooms and white what? Yeah, bathrooms. I digress off that.
You niggas retarded.
All right. So look, do this then. Do this. Can you pull something up and prove what I'm saying wrong? Just pull something up.
This is
I
what I could
digress.
pull up. My grandfather's house that he built. My grandfather built the house, bro. Like in 19, let me think, make sure my mother and then was born in that house. So he built this house before 55 when my mom and them was born, bro. He built the house. It had plumbing.
Right. It was a Negro that actually patented the first indoor commode that we call a toilet today. It was a Negro who patented it.
Man, do you know the time of that patent, man?
Yeah, 1872.
Man, okay, just let's get to the next conversation, man. This shit is dead.
We just body bag this stupid ass nigga. Get this
Hey,
nigga.
hey, the fact that you said that, what about water wells? And what about, now watch this, and this is what you really truly not understanding. What about water towers? Do you know a lot of water towers still exist? Right now they got pump stations. You know, pump stations use a lot of modern technology, but water towers, they only had pumps just for the water towers and used the water tower pressure to push water to the homes. So have you rolled through an American city and seen a water tower?
They always in the ghetto, bro.
Oh, so the ghetto is behind. Oh, no.
There's always a water tower inside the inner city, bro, that's connected to the pipes of black folk, bro.
See, and before the water towers, what was in place before the water towers?
There's no such thing before the water towers. They always been here.
They had water wells. God damn it, boy. Let me teach you that, boy. Let me teach you something. Let me learn you something there, boy. Let me learn you something. I'm gonna learn you today.
All right, let me show you, give you an example. When you talk about water towers, Times Square, which is one in every city, that's where the real water towers was at, and you can still look in goddamn it, Chicago today. The castle in Times Square, Chicago, is a water tower, a water pump. Because every city in America was Venice in the 1800s until the mud flood, nigga. Yo, slut, man. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, but you still didn't prove. I mean, I see y'all Aboriginal shuffling. You know, like to claim victory, and y'all really didn't prove nothing. Then y'all could easily Google it and show me the percentages. Just can you put up the percentages of black folks having indoor plumbing in the 1950s, 1960s?
Bro, you still haven't gave me a place where there wasn't no plumbing at, so we could look in that. Because you read
I
a
didn't.
book.
I never said. I never
I'm
said
gonna land
no
my plane
plumbing.
real quick. You asked me a question. I'm gonna land my plane. I'm saying that you haven't gave us an area where we didn't have plumbing at. You can't give us one because it ain't fair. I digress.
Okay. Okay. All right. How about this then? Black people cars wasn't common in the black community. I didn't say there weren't cars in the black community. Cars wasn't common in the black community, right?
And
So
I'm
it's a
saying that.
difference of say. Go ahead.
My fault. I cut you off.
So it's a
Well,
difference if I'm saying it
that's
doesn't exist versus it's not common. That the majority of the households did not have it. Even when it came to color TVs, you got to understand our progression has been slower, but you got it.
When you read books, these novels, Santa Claus books, I used to believe in Santa Claus, steal my mama's cookies and shit when she put them under the thing, all that bullshit. Bro, when you look at everything else outside of these books, we had our own industries in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, bro. We dominated city politics, bro. Like our Bumpy Johnson, bro. You get out these books. We was balling in America until you get in these books until the 60s. Balling. Wasn't no ghettos around, sir. The stuff you talking
Boy,
about, it wasn't around. There wasn't no poor black people. How about this? I'm gonna turn it around for you. You can't even show me poor black people in the 1900s to the 60s. Wasn't even no
okay,
ghettos till after World War II, dude. And I digress.
okay. I'm looking at the comments. People talking about black people invented the car, things of
I
that
asked
nature.
you a simple question. Can you please show me a poor black folk from 1930 to 1950 since we ain't had no cars? You can't even show
Okay,
me a ghetto in America until like the 60s
okay.
and 70s.
What state? Just name a state.
Anywhere, bro. Say we ain't have cars was coming, bro. Do you know pimps was jumping out of bro pimps? Man, we had cars that they couldn't even afford.
You said 1970s.
Now we said 1970s. You heard what I said. 1930 to
Okay,
the 1950s.
okay, 1930s.
Ghettos
My
wasn't
bad.
even around then, bro. We was balling around there. You keep putting us to these lower level people in the early 1900s talking about we ain't had no plumbing, so we couldn't wash our ass and shit. Then you talking about we ain't had no cars, so we couldn't get from A to B. I'm talking about we was living like kings and queens in them times, bro. You bugging. I'll debate
Well,
anybody on
hey,
that shit.
look. You see this? Do you see this? Sharecropping. You understand sharecropping, right? So, so look. I want you to understand this, right?
That
When it
picture
came
really
to
does.
us, you look. Show me an industry first. Show me an iron industry. Since people want to talk about black folks invented cars, okay, cool. Show me an iron industries that black folks controlled iron because you need that material. What
I can show you
industry?
two
What's
of
the
them,
name
but
of
when
it?
you showed that picture right there, that was our industry. See, that's not slavery, sir. That's a person working, getting bales for their industry so they can go sell them. Now, see, you can't rebut that. So once again, I'm gonna ask you to show me a poor black person because there was no cotton nowhere else in the world, sir. Nowhere else in the fucking world. And then when that picture you showed me, that field didn't end. So that's not poorness. That's just some people saying I'm about to go make some money. Now, can you rebut that?
Okay, cool. Um, well, I want you to prove what you said. Can you show me the infrastructure in which they sold the cotton? What was
Yes,
the
it's
name?
called the
What did they sell
Negro
to it?
Building. It's called the Cotton Club, the cotton industry. It's even called the cotton politics. And guess who ran that shit? The Negroes.
Okay, cool. What was some of the
Am I
millionaire
know now? Can
names?
you rebut that? Now, hold on. I said the
Yeah,
Negro Building, the
the
Negro
Negro
industry, the
building.
Negro Building.
Okay, let me
Have
look
you ever
that
heard of
up.
the Negro Building?
I have never. I'm about to look it up. Okay, can't rebut that.
It might
Let me
shock
look
you.
up the Negro
You know, you
building.
see, but you getting into these Aboriginal books around here. Mm-mm-mm. Look up them
I
Negro
hear you.
buildings real quick and put them on the screen. Put them on the screen.
Hold on. Let me look
Woo!
it
It's gonna
up.
shock you now. It's gonna shock you what your
I
slave
might
folks was
have to
doing
get
back
on. I
then.
might have to get on my
Oh,
laptop
now we
and
got to get on this computer. That shit too marvelous, huh? That shit too
hold on.
marvelous, huh?
Hold on. Let me look up this Negro buildings
Come on, look at the Negro buildings of the South.
where they had cotton trade going on.
Yes, all the cotton trade.
All right. So I'm gonna look up. Let's do Louisiana.
Oh shit! Is that a Negro building? Oh my fucking god! Oh shit!
Let's see.
Yeah, and this building is
Negro.
called the Negro Building.
Okay. So
Hey, it don't look like we was that fucking weird and poor and not having everything you saying. This is looking different when you pull up Negro buildings. It's just it ain't looking like slavery, bro.
hold on. I looked up what was the Negro building used for. Pavilion at the 1797 Tennessee Sentinel International Expedition in Nashville, Tennessee was by African American achievements, building industry, arts and cultures. Where does it
Go
say
ahead, read
it
it
was
out
selling
loud. Read it
cotton?
out loud, sir. Read it out loud.
It says the Negro building was dedicated pavilion at the 1897 Tennessee Sentinel and International Exposition in Nashville, Tennessee, dedicated to showcase African American achievements in business, industry, art, and culture.
What?
It was
In business and what?
business, art, and culture.
No, you
It
said
was
industry. You said industry.
businesses, industry, yes, art and culture. It was
No,
one of the
fuck art and
first.
culture. I don't give
It
a
well,
fuck about that little gay ass
hold on.
shit.
No. It was
Wait,
one
I'm
of the
gonna go
first
till you
major
done.
segregated
I apologize
exposition
for cutting you
buildings.
off. You can start over and I won't cut you off. My fault, brother.
It was one of the first major segregated exposition buildings at a U.S. exposition building. It says to present. No, it's saying it was there to present. Talk about the emancipation era. They wasn't selling cotton out the building. Where was
Okay,
they selling
can you
the
please get
cotton at?
done? Tell me when you're done, bro. Now look,
I'm
he
done.
went to
I'm
a
done.
Negro building inside of the Tennessee thing. There is hundreds of Negro buildings, bro. And that Negro building right there proved that we had industries, proved that we had businesses in the 1800s. Now, am I wrong for saying that?
Okay, here we go.
No, hold on now. Hold
And,
on now.
and,
I'm asking you
and,
a simple question.
and it was Negroes who created the Negro Building.
Now, go to the Negro buildings. Not just that one. I'm talking about the ones down south, a little more down south, before 1890. Buildings been around forever now.
In
Now, I know how to
the
fight. And that ain't, bro, they going to be connected to the cotton buildings, bro. Bro, I'm just leading you along, bro. You ain't even know about the Negro buildings, bro. You bugging.
And not only a black dude constructed it and paid for it, but he used a black only construction company as well.
Okay, I just looked up how many Negroes, since that's what we're using. Negroes got rich off of cotton in the 1930s. And that's what I want to see. That okay, you said you got this industry and you put up a building. It's kind of like sidetrack. They said that was used to showcase things, not used to do business. So I'm trying to figure out where was the cotton gathered. That's what I
Okay,
want
now
to
can I
know.
please rebut you?
Yes, you got it.
Okay, because you showed me pictures from the 1840s and the 1860s, brother. And I kept it in the 1800s with the Negro buildings. Now you talking about 1930.
Didn't
So,
you
so
say
I'm going to ask you a
1930s?
simple question.
Did you not say
I
1930s?
ain't cut you off. I ain't
Hold
cut you
on,
off, brother.
look. Here go another Negro building in Atlanta. This is the Negro building in Atlanta.
Yeah.
No. Did you say 1930s? When I asked, you
Sir,
said no. You want to? I said the 30s and the 50s. That's what
sir,
you
you
said.
pulled up a picture of cotton. People picking cotton. That's in the early 1800s, middle 1800s. And
Not
then I
true.
was talking about the Negro
Not true.
buildings. And
They
then
were
you
still
brought
doing
up
it
a
in the
Negro building in
1900s.
the 1800s that was talking about our businesses and our goddamn industries in the 1800s. And then when I got done beating your head in on that, you wanted to change the subject back to some 1930s shit.
Right,
Just since
right.
you got your
Bro,
head beat
hold
in.
on. No, sir. No, I never changed the subject.
Hold on, Black Power Banker. That's right. The first Negro building you was reading was established at that particular time, giving credit to Black American businesses and achievements before that. That building was in creation to give honor to the shit beforehand. So he is kind of
Right. It was in creation to give honor. The only reason why, when he said you showed, that was their industry. They was picking their own cotton. Okay, cool. They was picking their own cotton. Show me after the cotton was picked, where was it took to? Who was paying out the money for the cotton, and where was the cotton sold? Where's the people that was getting rich off of selling the cotton and who they was selling it to? And I didn't digress. I'm on topic. Who was the black millionaires? Since cotton was only in America, nowhere else, that means it had to be black millionaires balling off of this. What are their names?
Now, before we go there, because I don't have all their names, but all I'm saying is in the 1890s, we had legislator and people in power in these places, bro.
I can give them a bunch of Negroes that did it. So
I can't say all the names, but I keep saying stuff and he keep running from it. I keep saying little shit like we have the only industry of cotton in the world.
That's where I want to stay there.
I'm gonna land my plane. Well, since you only no, bro, you have to rebut that and show me an under industry anywhere in the world but the South.
You know what? You're right. Y'all the only ones had it. Now, where's the rich niggas that got rich off of it? Y'all the only ones had it.
Do you believe
Give me the rich niggas.
This is what it's called. It's called Reconstruction era, where they reconstructed history.
Okay, but y'all the only ones that got it. Before the Reconstruction, y'all got it. Where's the rich niggas? There gotta be a few rich niggas.
They are rich niggas. Sarah, whatever the fuck her name is, Sarah Reckner. She was like the last billionaire ass, goddammit, oil rig person that they don't like to talk about. We had oil motherfuckers around.
Yeah, you also had Caldine and Johnson, Jahoon Jones, Anthony Weston, John Carter. Man, there's so many. David Drake. Man, these people are very known rich people from off the cotton.
Okay. Now let me ask you one question, Black Guy. Let me ask you one question, bro. Let me ask you one question now. It's really like a two question, but it's quick. Well, what is Wall Street today? What does that mean? Do that mean like power on top of power when it comes to economics?
I believe so. Not for
okay.
Sure.
Where was the other Wall Street before this Wall Street? What was it called?
I don't know.
Black Wall Street?
No, it wasn't before this Wall Street.
There is no other Wall Street. I'm gonna rebut you. There is no other Wall Street in the world except for Black Wall Street and this Wall Street today.
Okay.
Can you rebut that? I know I'm right. What y'all say is aboriginal to America Wall Street. Yep, it's indigenous to certain cities Wall Street, whatever name you put to it.
Yep, you're right.
So what does that mean if we had a Wall Street? What does that fucking mean? I'm asking you a simple question. What does that mean if we had a Wall Street, sir?
Okay, that mean that all the money you controlled, it was your money.
No, all the commodities. It's not money, it's commodities. Like cotton.
Madam like C.J. Walker did not have cotton.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. Don't go around it. Did we have a Wall Street?
Yes, y'all had the first Wall Street on earth ever.
You can't rebut it.
I can't because you're so correct. But
what's inside of Wall Street?
With all this knowledge,
I'm gonna fall back, man.
I just want. Can you text? Can you put in the chat 3 cotton tycoons name in the chat, and I want to look them up. And I want to see them.
I just told you I can do that, bro. What are you?
Can you put it in the chat, please? Thank you, because because he's serving me over here,
bro. I admit I can't. I admit I can't. I can say we owned the whole goddamn thought. We owned the Black Wall Street, and they went around.
I'm about to give you one right now, William Ellison.
All right, let me plug this computer up. I want to look him up.
Yeah, William Ellis. I'm gonna give you 3 more after that. Or I mean, you say 2 more, 3 more. It don't matter. Whatever you want. I can go all day.
William Ellison. All right, let me see. Born April Ellison. Is that the same one? Was an African American cotton gin maker?
Yep.
The one that made the cotton gin.
Yeah, and he also made money off of cotton, off the cotton industry in general. Go look it up. Keep reading. You'll get to Sumter County. You'll talk about
all right.
it.
So
now I want to ask you one simple question on that. Now, people that make patents, do they make money off their patents like the cotton gin?
And he also was a slave owner, huh? That's what it says here.
No, I ain't say that. No, let's just stick to cotton. So you telling
Yeah,
me a person that
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna ask you a simple question.
he was a Negro slave owner. Yeah, sure. So
yes,
listen,
Negro slave owner. Okay, cool. So
you
slavery.
also
Oh, go
got
ahead.
Augusta Danito. You got
Give me my
Justice
power.
Angel, Michigan. this is easy work, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. We don't see too many of these niggas cons no more. Hey, hold on, y'all. Let's give a special. We just found the chupacabra, y'all. Hold on. This nigga is the last motherfucking Pan-African, y'all. Give my boy a round of applause. He's the last Pan-African on the planet, y'all. We've been looking for some, and we
Cause
found
not
one.
as he's scared to come up here. He chatty patty now. He done got lumped up too much.
He's
Yeah.
not even a Pan-African no more, brother. He's a black nationalist. This nigga's a Pan-African. I'm talking about African tatted across his chest. Like
I was about to get it on my neck.
You about to learn today.
You should get up under your eye. The continent, like the continent where a trip drop should go. That'd be hard.
Hey, so look. All right, so those slaves, what were they?
We both
What
be
race
talking
were they?
about cotton gin, right?
No, I understand. I'm saying that now. William Ellison.
Hold on,
Had-
let me give you the other names. That's going separate. You ain't supposed to be digressing. We talking about.
I'm not digressing because I showed him a picture of black folks picking cotton.
Okay, so he probably paid some niggas. But listen, hold on. We going to that's not the debate. The conversation was the three Negroes that were tycoons or made large lump sums of money off of cotton. That's what the conversation is. But
The reason why I even brung that up is because the picture I showed, he said no, that was their industry. So the people that was actually picking the cotton, he said that they controlled it. So I wanted him to show me some black folks that actually was controlling cotton around that time. Because evidently it wasn't the niggas that's picking it that was actually controlling it. Come on, they wasn't making that much money off. They was getting pennies on the dollar.
bro, we talking about millionaires, bro. Today's time, maybe billionaires.
I got you. Okay, but all right, we gonna go to that later. So, all right, I got William Ellison. I'm gonna give you that one.
Augusta Danito, Auguste, Auguste, Danito, Donatto, Donatto.
Good looking.
No problem, brother.
Black slave owner, free black slave master. Let's go to this right here. Oh nope, that's the wrong thing. Bam. That's WikiTree. Back, motherfucker, back. Oh no. Genealogy. Why is it saying genealogy? All right, I'm on the wrong thing. Let me go to search. Augusto Donito, 1797 to 1874, was a free man of color in Louisiana, notable as a planter who owned enslaved people and was part of the prominent genes of de Colorolubris family. I don't know what the fuck that is. Some French name. Early life, Augusto Donito, also known as Bello, was born around 1797 in Louisiana to Martin Bello and Marie Dushkin, a family of free people of color.
Dulo, but go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to call that Dulo. That sounds good.
What does that
All
say?
right.
But go ahead.
We talking about the Duchesne?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's Dulo. Fuck it, it's Dulo then. I'm with it. Shit on everything. I couldn't pronounce it. I couldn't pronounce it. I ain't gonna lie.
Me neither.
French words are stupid as fuck, dude.
Oh no. So I want to let me look up see where his daddy was born. Because he may not be an
Man, you
aboriginal.
getting beat up though, bro. We
He was,
showing some
he was
prominent
I,
black folks.
he was born in Louisiana, bro. He was a free Negro, bro.
no, he was. But the name, they got French names. So why they got French names in Louisiana?
Man, people been having French names before the French even came there, bro. What they call French names, bro. People in Mississippi, Louisiana, and in St. Louis. Yeah, that's a known fact, bro. And
I'm
maybe
just
you,
asking you, have we proven enough facts that there was wealthy or well-off black folks in the 1800s and 1900s,
Oh
bro?
no. I never said that it wasn't well off because they got black folks that
they
also
wasn't
came
no
over
black
here
people
at
getting rich off of cotton, though. That's what you said. That's
no,
what
I
you
say
said.
I said show me some because he said that the
Oh,
blacks was controlling the industry, and I
okay.
Bro,
never I don't
No,
know about black folks
you didn't.
controlling the industry
You
at
didn't say.
all.
You didn't say it wasn't none. You just said show you some. That's what.
Show me some.
So, but I
Show me
am
some.
though. So let's continue.
but you were
Okay,
saying in
cool.
the
You are.
1930s,
I
You
got one
are.
more.
you
I got one more for you too, brother. I got one more.
No, I didn't. You picked the 1930s. All
bro, you
right.
said
So
in the
I
1930s and the 1950s there wasn't no plumbing and stuff, and we didn't have no cars.
bullshit. Your hearing is all right. Look, how about this? Right.
That's what you
Um.
said, bro.
All right.
Bro,
Look.
you
Let's do
clearly
this.
said that shit out
Old
about
boy from
40
Rolling
minutes,
Hundreds.
nigga. You
He
brought
don't
all them
catch many
dates up.
fades. For extra, catch a lot of fades. It's a
I'm
difference
from West
between
Side
Nigga, you
barely
said
Crib.
catching fades
1940,
West
nigga.
and
Side
catching a
Crib.
lot of
Hey,
fades. So when
neighborhood crib.
yeah, right. So I'm saying that in that time frame, that it wasn't common. I didn't say it didn't exist. It wasn't common.
I'm
Boy,
from West Side Rolling Honey Crib. I say neighborhood crib.
Yeah, you got beat up today, man. You need to go ahead and get some
oh,
ice real quick,
it's
man.
all
Come back
good.
about 10
Hold
minutes,
on.
man. You need some ice, man.
Martin Donato. Let me look this name up. I want to look up his daddy. I'm gonna see where his daddy was born. Hey, this now look. Now I'm gonna tell you. Look, don't think that you just got it because right there, this dude got a French name. I bullshit you. If I read this and dig into it, and his daddy was born outside the United States, you can't count him as yours, homie.
Yeah, sure.
That's crazy. His full name, Donato.
Where he come from then if he ain't ours?
That's what I'm about to find out. See, I understand you like to read just the surface and be like, that's it. See, I'm not.
There was
No,
only
no. I
one
want to know
race
where's.
of black folks over here,
Bro,
bro.
hold on. I don't read surface level. This old news. What do you want to know again? Who his father is?
Yeah, You
His
just that's because
father
you just
was
started looking up.
Bro, you just read it. His father was Martin Bello. You know, I didn't got to read it up. He was
Okay,
a free
so
Negro. And he was freaking wealthy. That's where he got his money from.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and his father was born in what did it say, Nouvelle, France? Okay, but he died in Louisiana. Okay,
He had business in France.
you a player?
Yeah, nigga, go look at some of them old players who get real money in modern times. Niggas like Frank Matthews, right? You ever heard of him? Who was he tied in with? The French. Where he go?
Oh nope. I was wrong. Nope. He was born. His father was also born in New Orleans.
I don't even believe in all them European stories anyway.
Hold on,
I be wrong.
No, they say he a man of color.
Hold on, I got another one for you.
Shit.
Though. I mean, that's just an obvious fact. But I got another
So
one.
you getting punched on today, bro.
Judas Angel. That's Justus.
Hold on. JUST
US.
US.
Angel. ANGEL.
An angel. ANSIE.
See, you a slow motherfucker.
all the way retarded. All right, let's see. Julius Angel. There is no single widely recognized public figure named Julius Angel in the
I didn't
medical
say
historical
Julius Angel. I said Judas. You can't
Judas. My bad.
spell, brother.
Oh shit. No,
J U S
JUSTUS.
U S. Right.
Yeah, JUS2US. It said I put in Judas. It got Judas got a Facebook, Judas Angel profiles,
Man, you
Angel
gotta do
Oaks.
wealthy cotton uh 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 producer in the 1830s, bro. That's what you just gotta look up, bro. I don't know what the hell you looking up. You looking up Cletus and Judas, Lil Neil from Mississippi. We ain't talking about them.
Man, look at Pia Paco, man. He owned the old West Coast, bro. A slave Indian owned the land of the whole West Coast, my nigga, and all the ranches, man.
Still Pico. But he talking about cotton in particular. Now, if he just want to talk about wealthy
Right.
Negroes, we can go into a whole conglomerate of shit. You see what I'm saying? Robert Reed, Cal Dean Johnson. I mean, the list goes on and on with that. You feel me? Absalom Jones, John Gloucester.
Hey, I like how you brung up Absalom Jones and you did without distinction. I like that.
They was rich
I like that.
Negroes. They were rich Negroes.
I got you, but you know what Absalom Jones known for. I like that though.
Yeah, I know what he's known for. He was a sellout, but I'm not saying that he wasn't rich though. I'm just talking about.
Okay, so these rich Negroes, who were they slaves?
Some white, some black.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the blacks, what did the black slaves? What was their actual job? Because I don't know this. What did they actually do? And the white ones.
I guess it will vary from different people who, you know what I mean, whoever their master is. So it will vary. You feel what I'm saying? But did those sources suffice you enough? And we didn't hear you read anything on Judas yet.
No, because I'm about to go in. I can't find nothing on Judas. This is cotton production right here.
All right, well
it's not. I can't find nothing on them, bro.
You said give you three. Well, look up Mistress L. Horry. That will be his wife. Maybe the records might fall up under her name.
Okay, you know what? How about I put them together?
Okay, perfect.
JUSTUS Julius. You said it's an angel, right? ANGELU. And what's his wife's name?
What was her name again? Mistress motherfucking L. Horry. That's H-O. You need to spell mistress first.
I just need the first three letters.
M-I-S.
Okay, cool. I got the rest.
T-R-E-S-S. Yeah. L. Horry.
Oh, it's two S's and it's only one S in mistress.
Oh, there's two S's in this one. So L.
I'm just fucking with you.
L. Horry.
Yeah, let's go.
You play too goddamn much.
HORRY.
Yeah, double R.
Or let's see. All right. This motherfucker say dirty laundry. Hold on. All right, here we go. Judas Angel, Mistress L. Horry were prominent free black planters and slaveholders in the Colton district of South Carolina during the 1830s. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go through this too. Enslaved holdings each owned 84 enslaved individuals for a total of 168 enslaved people. Oh shit. So but now that picture that I showed, were they the owners or was that similar to the enslaved? Like what would be normal around that time?
What now?
Were the people that had the slaves actually out there picking as well, or were just the slaves picking? God, I don't know.
I really don't know. You know what I mean? He might have got his hand dirty from time to time.
What about root work?
Show a nigga how to do it. You feel me? I don't know.
Hey, root work.
But the point is, I want to see if you're gonna read about the cotton part. That's the most important part. To go ahead and knock those three things out right quick before we prolong this conversation. 'Cause I just
Yeah,
want to
I
make.
don't.
You said show you three, and I got five more if those don't work.
I didn't see cotton anywhere in here. But you know what? Let me go back.
What? With who? John?
Horrid. Yeah.
With Mistress now. Talking about with Mistress now.
Yes, I didn't see it.
Oh no, you cap, bro.
I know. I did not see cotton in there. I'm looking.
Oh, you did.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Found inside page 46, cotton producers in Sumter County who were peer chase his own freedom, who would purchase his own freedom. Why they put a dash in between purchase? That shit.
Who you reading about? William Ellington or
Um,
something?
his freedom at Judas Angel of St. John Parish in Mississippi, Ohio of Bartow. Yeah, they got a book that said Barnes and Noble, Volume 7, page 46, where they actually came up.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. Let's just move on.
All right.
Cause slave system that existed back then is the same slave system that existed today. The only
Oh,
difference
black.
is it wasn't on the books legally, and now it's on the books legally under guidance and regulation. That's the only
Okay, it
difference.
was Dirty Laundry and Black Masters. I'm gonna go
That's
get
the
that
name of
book.
your book.
No, the name of the book is Black Masters, and then another book is Dirty Laundry.
You got the PDFs to them?
I don't. I when I just was looking them up, and I looked up books, and they pulled up.
Hey, but listen though, you was letting Root Word punch on you though. Why you let him do you like that though?
Oh man, Ruger, because he a boxer, homie. He a boxer, and he
Yeah,
was
you
going
not.
because I was really. The thing was, I was really trying to let him show me that it was common, that plumbing was common. I really didn't want to go down the rabbit hole, but sometimes you got to go down the rabbit hole. But he never said and proved that it wasn't common. That was the whole thing I want to talk about. We start going all the way through the works and Negro buildings, and okay, cool, got you. Yep, you right. Now, can we get back to prove that it was common? I just learned how not to argue. Let everybody go through what they go through. Be right. Get whatever they want out, and go along with it. And then try to wrap back around to show me that it's common. And you can't prove that it was. So because I know what it is. You know what I mean? They had cisterns. I didn't seen them that we was building our own cisterns to collect rainwater because we had to collect water and use it like that. Water wells, but
Man,
right
niggas
here in
in
America, right here in America.
niggas in America already have running water inside their houses, hot and cold, and running into their baths. Nigga, are you crazy? Hot and cold water in their cribs,
And what year?
huh?
And what year?
1,000 years ago, my nigga, at least.
I know you've been facetious right now, but so are you really saying
No,
that?
no, no. I'm being literal. I've never, bro. You know I'm not a facetious guy. I'm literal. 1,000 years ago or so.
Okay, cool. So, what was the method of heating the water?
Oh man, that's a good question. Does it matter though?
You said hot and cold. So, cold is basically um, temperature of
How
whatever
do
is
you
on the
how do
ground.
you how do you, how do you heat
Or
up a boiler?
natural gas or coal
Okay. How what
or
other way
even
can you
wood.
what
You
other
can
way
use
can
wood,
you
but
heat it?
you go use fire. Nowadays, they use electricity as well. But a
Yeah,
boiler, they use natural gas,
yeah. Okay, cool. Well that's what they
and they
had.
got
They had
water. They got water inside of a jacket of an actual water heater.
okay.
and it's a water is water fed into it. So yes, it's a plumbing system, water fed into it, and the water pressure that's fed into it is the pressure that pushes it out. But they also have a motor that vent out all the excess fumes. I
Yeah,
used to
but
work on boilers.
this was more like some prestige shit. They used like stone. They had like stone plumbing. With copper in between it, and going into the houses, brother. In America, going 1,000 years ago, nigga. Facts. Africans were still shitting in a hut, nigga. We had running plumbing and running water in the cribs and hot baths and shit in the Americas, nigga.
All right, cool. I believe you. I'm not
You
gonna
ain't
not
gotta
really,
believe
but
me, nigga.
not really.
You
But
what you
I'm just
want to
not
see
gonna
a
argue.
source? What you want to see a source or something?
Hey, you say that's what it was,
How
and
many do
these
you
were
want to
cities.
see a source? You want to see a source?
I mean, that'd be great. So, but you said pretty much everybody had this, and it was common. Are you saying it was common?
It was common. Yes, it was common in that particular. Yeah, it was common, bro.
Okay,
It was common to do that particular style of plumbing. It was common, bro.
okay. So indoor plumbing was common in what year?
1,000 AD
1000 AD. Okay, got you,
in
got you.
America,
Thank you.
though, not around Africans.
Not around Africans, but America.
Yeah, in
Okay,
America.
look, I know. So look, I got another real pressing question, right?
All right, go ahead.
So we got these rich Negroes. And they was rich, they was balling. Cause I just don't understand this. Um, and they was making money and they was getting rich, right? They was making money. What kind of money was they using
Depends on where they was at
in America? In America,
and what time it was. See, in America, they
in
was
America, with
using
these rich cotton niggas.
yeah, they was using different currency. If they was in the North, they would have been using another particular Virginia Confederacy currency. Down in like they would have been using different currency, bro. In the 18th, if they in Confederate states, they using different currency, bro.
Okay, so how did the dollar get famous? The greenback.
I think the dollar got famous through some Mason ties and secret society and one guy's proposal. I think his name is what the fuck is this nigga name? Y'all help me out. What's the old white nigga name who got all them banks?
J.P. Morgan.
Come on now, cuz. JP Morgan. Cuz.
So, and I'm just asking that because do the dollar belong to the Aboriginal?
No, the dollar that we see today do not belong to the Aboriginal.
What currency belonged to the Aboriginal?
Gold and silver.
Hmm, okay.
Gold and silver, my nigga. Facts. And that's the original currency of America. It still is today, too. Still today. It's on the record.
So, I mean, did y'all mint any gold and silver?
I mean, we've been dealing with metallurgy for a long time, bro. The indigenous peoples here was the first people to do metallurgy in the world, bro. Of course.
Now you know that ain't true. We
I can show
debated
you.
that.
You want
We
to see a
debated
source?
that.
You want to see a source?
And that they was now and here in the Americas, they did touch soft metals. But when we start talking about metallurgy and things of that nature, some of the best craftsmen was in Africa.
Nah.
Can you name like they say that math comes from Africa, but can you name the equations? Like when you say math comes from Africa, you just don't make up math for fun. You make it up to build stuff. Like what did they do with their math since they were so great with it?
Count money. All right. So now look.
Listen
because
though,
we
you said something about gold and silver. Those are
mhm.
soft metals. You know that, right?
Yes, that's what says soft metals. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
but
what was the point
I
saying
don't
that?
I never did find proof that they used it as a currency here pre-European.
Oh man, damn! You got to do some research. That's why you got to tap in with your boy the Bapperton. That's what I do, fam. You know that, Yeah, man. You got to know that,
I'm
fam.
waiting on you.
What you mean? Waiting on me for what?
Oh, I thought you was about to bring it up.
Nah, I ain't gonna put it up right now, fam. You gotta tap in. I can't just teach you everything, fam.
Oh, okay.
Let's,
So
I'm gonna give you some game though. Just go read Lewis and Clark Expedition. Let's go read that.
so somebody asked, what did they have in Africa? Well, the Carthaginians was known to have a coin, an actual coin, and it was a lot of bartering and things of that nature. In certain cultures in Africa, the wealth was in cattle or in the things you do. It wasn't a whole money thing like that. So this whole like this structure of money right now, what we see with the dollar that the European is on, that Aboriginal Smith said was Aboriginals, that the Aboriginal controlled the dollar. I'm glad you said that because boy,
Bro,
uh,
are you saying that the Carthaginians is what we would call sub-Saharan African?
they will be northern, not
Yeah,
sub-Saharan. They be northern.
like Moroccan.
In modern day
Them not,
Tunisia.
them not your peoples, bro. Carthaginians is not your peoples. Them not even Africans for real.
Huh?
Okay, so when we talking about Northern Africa was built with the people what we call sub-Saharan Africa today. What you see today with all that mixed breed and all that is that they are similar to Mexicans. You feel me? Like a mixed breed people. Like an Arab is really a mixed bred person.
Bro, they from Southern Europe, bro. They were what you would
You
call.
everywhere though. You said
They
that the
were.
Carthaginians, bro, them
No, no,
northern.
because
Listen,
somebody in the comment
Carthaginians.
asked what.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying somebody in the comments asked what currency the Africans have. That I was just answering that. My bad. I apologize, but that one I know it sounded like it was.
Nah, man, I'm just saying though, the Carthaginians are not initially from Africans, nor do they descend from Africans. They lived in Africa. You see what I'm saying? That they not African though. They descend from some fucking Babylonians and niggas from the Middle East and shit. You know that,
Bro,
dude.
the Carthaginians are African.
No, the hell they
When
ain't.
you talking when you talking about Hannibal Barca, them are Africans going to war with the Romans. This was African fighting the Romans, and the Romans end up actually winning and went took over North Africa.
I'm
Now
asking
they end up
you,
losing
how did a place that only got sand fight the Romans?
the same way a place that only got sand fought the United States of America today.
Man, listen,
Can you name a country that fought America today that got sand?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan did not fight America. Whatchamacallit gave them all their weapons, the Americas and goddamn it, Russia.
So Afghanistan and the United States didn't fight each other.
No, they don't produce nothing. They don't have a mass production of cluster AK-47s, bro. You have to have
Okay,
to think. I'm gonna
you're
land my
right.
plane. To say that you go to war with somebody, you're gonna have to have a steady resource of arms, bro. And I
You're
digress.
right. You're right. I'm wrong. You got it. You're right. They did not
Now, when
go.
y'all
They
say
did
that
not fight.
Hannibal came from Africa and he came from Sandland, and then y'all ain't say he went up against another Sandland culture. Y'all talking about he went up against the great Romans. Like
And the Romans,
where did he
now
get his
check this.
utensils from?
When the Romans start to decline, and they start doing the bread and circus like what's happening in the United States today, what happened to them? The Ottomans went through, bashed it, took Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, smashed them. And these was the same ones that we talking about that also went in while that bloodline that you see in North Africa today, because they also ravaged and took over North Africa.
But now, see, that's what our power just said that them people came in and took over. You said no, they ain't. They Africans.
No, listen, what he said was the Carthaginians was an African, but the Carthaginians lost to Rome. Rome lost to Ottomans. This is over time frame. You also had the trans-Saharan slave trade before the transatlantic. So the Ottomans was pulling African slaves out of Africa, cutting off their penises long before Africans started getting shipped across the transatlantic, the Atlantic Ocean. But you said they're not African. But if you go read the history of the trans-Saharan slave trade, you'll know that they're African. But you got it.
I don't believe in slavery. I'm one of the Aboriginal Indians. I'm more than say slavery is fake, bro. We from here. That shit ain't happen. Nobody hopping. What the fuck? When they saying the slowest people in the world took us, like Arabians are slow, like Europeans are slow. Africans and niggas are not slow, bro. We'd outran them. Just flat
You're
out. Just
right.
would have seen some motherfuckers like that and just ran like pew.
No, I don't think you see. Have you ever seen Jason? All they have to do is walk slow and still catch you.
Yo, do you know Africans now? I ain't putting up the niggas, but man, I'm talking
Big
about
old troll.
you ain't about to be snatching up no niggas or like some Sudanian motherfuckers and they ain't gonna put up a fight, bro, and you don't got a gun. That's all I'm saying.
All right, but no, to keep it all the way 100 though, with the tactic that they use, it's the same tactic that they're using today. Like, you feel me? It was us actually fighting us, capturing us, trading us, and utilizing us as a currency. That's what was happening. It wasn't that they just came in because the Europeans, reading their history, they called Africa the dark continent. They didn't penetrate interior of Africa to like the 1800s, the Berlin Conference.
Yeah, so that's why it's hard for me to believe them stories. Like you saying that the Negroes was a military group in Africa, and we lost against another military group in Africa. But then when we got away from the Africans, we went around some people that's weaker than us in every aspect and didn't do no military shit.
There was a
Fuck
lot.
out of here.
One with spears against guns, but then these cats came with that. It's similar to like a Gatling gun, where they turn it, the belt fed, and it shoot multiple rounds. When they came with that, that changed the trajectory of the war.
I'm talking about taking slaves. If you got like 12 men, I'm even giving the benefit of the doubt, and you got a one shot uh
Musket.
musket. I don't think you can control 50 niggas, man. I don't know if you're gonna control 50 Africans. That's just my opinion. Like, no, bro, you talking about they had gaskets and knives, man? Get the fuck out of here, man. Somebody went to sleep out there. That's just
No,
my opinion of it, bro.
it's called the. Also, when you start looking at the Ottomans had the cannon, and the Europeans ended up getting the cannon. But if you notice, the Spaniards couldn't push east. That's why they came to the Americas, because the Ottomans was too powerful. They came to the Americas and they used all their fighting tactics that they was getting up in Europe and over here where everybody was getting cracked and squabbing, came to the Americas where people wasn't fighting each other. You know what I mean? And that's why they was end up taking it so easy.
So the Spanish didn't go to Africa.
The Spanish did go to Africa. Matter of fact, there's two parts of Africa right now, mainland Africa, that's part of Spain. That if you jump the gate, you're considered to be in Europe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is the largest Spanish empire when they expanded was in here in the Americas. This is why you got Latin America, because of the Iberian Peninsula. the
Why
Portuguese
ain't
or
it
the
called Spanish
Spaniards.
America?
Why it's not called?
Why would somebody like if my name is Andre? Why would people like and I'm cool with Ad Power? Why would I call my shit Ad Power?
Right. I don't know,
I'm just
bro. You
saying.
smart. You got me. You got me on that. You got me.
Not because before the Spanish Empire came about, there was an empire there before called the Moorish Empire, and they spoke Latin.
No, they did not speak Latin. Latin was spoken in Rome, and when Rome fell, Latin just disintegrated. That's why you got the Romance languages today, and they broke away from the Latin. The and that's French, Spanish, Portuguese. Matter of fact, the Spaniards and the Portuguese are pretty much the same people, but they had a conflict and broke off.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: you said that the Roman language broke off and made Spanish, Portuguese,
Italian,
Italian, French,
Romanian, yes.
Romanian. Okay, yeah. So in the 1500s, in 1400s and 1500s, who dominated all that area right there?
You hold on. You talking about Europe?
Yeah,
I, I
the
think
Moors. It was the Moors.
no, not the 1500s. So I think
Okay,
around
you're
that
right. From
time,
the 700 after death all the way up until
700.
1492,
Yeah,
who dominated all
right.
them countries?
The Moors did dominate Spain, but not all those countries.
They did. They had strongholds in France. They had strongholds in Italy. They had strongholds in fucking India. They had strongholds in Germany. They had strongholds in Africa. They had strongholds all around the world. Sri Lanka.
Okay,
So what I'm
I gotta
saying
do. I
is,
gotta do more
I'm
studying
agreeing
on the
with you
Moors.
though that the Roman languages, Romance languages, France, Spanish, and Portuguese. Let's just put them two right there. Them come from the Moorish Latin because the Moors was the last thing there before the Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
Queen Isabella and old boy that she ended up marrying. And after that, they came with the Spanish Inquisition. Now, why they call it the Spanish? If Spanish was originally there, but it would before that. It wasn't Spain. I think it turned to Spain, and that's the change. And they kicked the Moors out. And when they matter of fact, when they kicked the Moors out, they kicked out the Muslims and Jews. And the Ottomans sent ships over there to pick them up.
All I'm trying to say is these languages come from the Moors. The Moors was the last standing occupation of that land for 700 years. And as soon as the Moors fell, there was languages called Spanish came around, Portuguese came around, French came around, Italian came around, Romania came around. As soon as the Moors fell, so that's saying that them languages came from the Moors.
You know what? I think the Moors. I'm gonna have to go and look. I think that was around the whole Christian Crusades when they started fighting back, trying to regain and push a white line. So it had to be before that, because they came over here 1490, like 1492. They were still trying to do their own thing, and the Spanish Inquisition happened like before that, didn't it?
I
Let me
see.
look it up.
That's what I feel. I just feel the Moors came from America, but I was just trying to just stick to the point that
Mm,
there was
nah, no
the
sir.
Moors is what it was. Like y'all believe in slavery, but there's no proof of this slavery stuff, and there's proof that we comes from empires and great stuff. That's what we've been tugging the war, and I ain't saying nobody is really right or wrong, but we've been at a tug of war due to that. Do we come from slavery and white people smacking us
1478.
around, or are we great people?
It was 1478, but no, the Spanish Inquisition. But look, now when we start talking, you talking about all right. So proof that slavery happened here. I'll give you proof right now. We could take all the books, set it all aside. Let's take the landmass of the current day United States of America. Right. Take this landmass. You and move this landmass. Let's go to the other side of the world, and you set this landmass anywhere on the other side of the world. The distance of this landmass do not speak one language, and that don't happen nowhere else. The landmass don't. It's multiple languages. If you go to Africa, it's gonna be multiple language. Hell, they got. I think they got like 50 some languages in Nigeria by itself. You feel me? Probably even more. So if you go to Europe, set the landmass of the United States down. There's multiple languages. In order for you to speak one language and language move on military force, it ain't just because people is trading and we like the way you sound, we're gonna leave our language behind. No. That
And you went out, bro. Hey man, we speak one language called we one people.
okay. That sounds good. But all right, you know the difference of a dead language and a living language?
Yeah,
A
dead
dead
language means that they don't if you start speaking it some different thing, it's gonna be awoke.
right, and but it's not changing. The way it stopped, that's it. A living language changes. So if you
There's
look
no
at
language that
it,
changes except for English, not nary one.
no, all languages change. Even
No, so
even
no
in
languages change except for English, sir.
okay, no problem. Well,
No, I'm saying because all
no,
words mean one meaning, and it's just there's no changing in languages except for English. That's the only one that you could even say got an ebonics to it. There ain't no ebonics in no other languages.
okay, I can't argue that. But there are corruptions in other languages, and corruptions is a
Right.
pronunciation of a word. So if a you gotta understand, because people are born with lisp, or people are born just in society, everybody don't pronounce things the same way, and a pronunciation of a word could spread in a society to where that become the new pronunciation of that word. That's also the change. And I give you the example of that is Louisiana. Furl, Earl. You know what I mean? When they say conda instead of corner. You feel me? But the thing is, if Louisiana was left alone for 100 years, they'll speak a total different language than anything any of us speak. You have to go there and learn the language. It wouldn't just be English. The only reason why it's English because we got English class and the Europeans push English.
I don't know. We don't speak they English though. That's the only thing. Because I used to believe that. I never understood it. Like, well, damn that we do, but we don't speak English, bro. We speak American words, and our dictionary was made in America. And
No,
all the
that
rest of the
that
world don't want to like. If you go teach English around the world, they will refuse you if you speak English. They will refuse
no
you. They
no
want an American.
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what that was the point I'm making. You're right on that. But what I'm saying is this: in California, they speak a certain language. In New York, they speak a certain language. But if you notice from California to New York, you can listen to them and tell that they're different places, and just about tell where they from by their accent, right? And with that, the over a period of time, if it never was mingling, it would develop into a whole new language just because the slang was different. I remember in New York, I used to listen to New York music, and because I didn't hear New York at first, but when listening to their music, I had to learn what they mean by certain things. And they had to learn what we mean by saying, they didn't say homie on the West Coast, I mean on the East Coast. They come over there, homie, what is a homie? Then you have to tell them, oh, a homie is like my friend. You feel me? So it's just things like that are constantly change over time. And
Yeah, but I'm still saying though that like I don't think like when you talk about English, like the stuff they speak over there in England, they don't have two dialects of it. Like the Australians and the South Africans that speak English, they sound just like they from England. They all have the same
I
algorithm.
see what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's what
All
I'm
right, let
trying to
me
say.
ask you
We ain't
this.
nothing like them motherfuckers.
All right, let me ask you this then. Now, you know, people have family trees, right? And languages also have family trees.
Yeah.
What family trees exist with the aboriginals of language? Like what's an ancestor of the language aboriginals speak? That's when we start talking about the language change.
Okay. See, I argue with Aboriginals. We have like I still consider myself Aboriginal Indian. I'll make it short, make it real short, but I consider us like I consider us the Romans, the Latins. So I'm gonna say that's the language that was last written on the books over here.
All right.
But outside of that, there ain't none. I gotta agree with you. There ain't none. If I'm looking at it from just a regular traditional Aboriginal, then shit, I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
But the truth is, there are in the Americas, there are languages that exist nowhere else in the world but here in Americas right now today, and they're on the
Oh yes,
books. You
some
can look it
tribal
up.
languages. Yes, you're right.
Right. So now those tribal languages lost popularity because of European domination. And not even Algonquian, like when you look up Algonquian, there's a language tree that they got. Algonquian got its own language tree. So
See, I'm
Algonquian,
agreeing with
there's
you.
different. Yeah.
My fault for cutting you off. Go ahead, bro. My
No, no,
fault.
you got it. You got it. It's all
Nah,
love.
you said
It's
they
all
got
love.
a family tree. I apologize.
No. So look, and so that's what I like. Me and Mr. Aboriginal Smith would be debating back and forth with this. So, and that's when I'll be hitting them with ethnicities, because ethnic groups are basically big families and that have different languages. Now, when you go to Africa, you have different ethnic groups. They speak different languages, and so those ethnic groups that's close to each other end up in it'd be one in the middle to develop a common language, or they develop a language amongst each other. So they'll speak two languages. Well, we have to learn how to speak this because we go over here, and we have to speak this because we go over here. So it's common that in Africa they speak two, three, four languages. Like that's normal.
Oh yeah, I see. I think we
So hold
should
on. What's this?
if they just put it in our
Let's see.
schools because these languages is like oh but yeah it ain't but you right but all I'm saying is according to the standard Aboriginals you're right there's Indian languages over here and there's African language over there but when you get into like the far right of the Aboriginals which I am I'm a far right motherfucker you know what I'm saying I just say on the books there was Latin here but you're right according to everybody else bro shit you're right.
All right. So look, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through. So like right now in West Africa, they have the Hausa, the Yoruba, the Igbo, the Fulani, the Akan, and the Adara, and they got different languages like that they speak. You feel me? And even with and I believe like even within the Yoruba itself have different like dialects within that. So it's broken down. But here, the reason why we all speaking this, and this when you really start getting down into it, and people can't say no that we the same as the brothers in New York and the brothers in Louisiana, and the brothers in California, the brothers in Washington. How are we not different ethnic groups and we that far apart? How is that possible?
Because we never said we was. We all said our grandparents said. Everybody said we one people. See, that's why I be trying to tell us in Americans we don't do them tribal things. We do family thing. Yeah, we ain't different. We might come from different areas, but we one people. Vice
Okay,
versa.
cool. So now, in you could say in Africa, they're one people. In America, think about it. How large the continent is. You know that there's different people that move there, like Europeans. All right, cool. Arabs. All right, cool. Africans, but broken down to ethnic groups. Now, when we come over here and do the same thing to America, how can the Aboriginals only be in the United States? Or where's the people
There
that's
you go.
connected in
Because their
Mexico,
lineage say
Brazil?
that if it ain't through slavery or all the way back to the early 1800s, 1700s, we all ethnically the same.
How? Look, that's what I'm asking. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this then. So you saying we all want people as in one family?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Kissing cousins.
No, that's how all countries are.
But the fact that our ethnic groups, we don't have different ethnic groups, that means that our bloodline is close.
Beyond close, but we do have different ethnic groups in here. Just the Aboriginals and the Indians and the blacks don't like to say we have Indian, mulatto. You know what I'm saying? It was copper colored races, ethnicity, like red skin, yellow bone. But you know, it might not be as personal like everybody else, but because we want people. But there's different ethnicities over here.
Okay, cool. How about this then? You know, the Aboriginals say this a lot. Man, you ain't from Africa. You don't got no aunties in Africa, right? Okay, cool. So if that classify me as not being African, 'cause I have no aunties, I can't go call a cousin in Africa. When we come to those that labeled as Siberian, they're not Siberian because they don't got aunties in Siberia. So
They do have
in
family in Siberia. And, I mean, I agree with you though, but they're saying they know they're not from here. We're from here, or we've been here a long time, and we came together like weights. You know what I'm saying? We're together.
all
There's
right,
no
so
getting out
look,
of that.
there's Mexicans that been in California as long as black folks have been in California, right?
Yep.
They family is all here in the United States. So are they Mexicans or United Statians?
They
What are
have
they?
different ethnicities. Like I had to agree with you. We have different ethnicities over here. Over there, they do too. They
Okay.
have the Chicanos, the Chinos, the Paisas. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them is like some type of mixed Mexican. And if you're a Paisa, you a true Mexican. But if you ain't a Paisa, you like a Chino, Chicano. You know what I'm saying? You mix with some shit. You a mixed motherfucker. You got some nigga in you. They even call them the black Mexicans or the Negro Mexicans. You know, we had the same thing over here. We just don't put an emphasis on it like everybody else. But I agree.
All right, hold on. Matter of fact, now that you said that, I'm going to say how many. Let me see. It says Mexico is a multi-ethnic country with mestizos forming the largest ethnic group, followed by indigenous people, European descendant Mexicans, and smaller Afro-Mexicans and other communities. Major ethnic groups. So they still got the Maya, the Nawa, the Zopotec, the Mixtec, and I don't know. I'm gonna say Pachuca. I don't know how to say that word. So look, so in Mexico, look what I just did. I just named groups of people that's in Mexico. Can you do that for me here in the United States with the Aboriginals? And don't do like Aboriginal Smith, like the Smiths, the Johnsons, the Joneses. Oh, Rue got kicked off or what? Rue, bad.
Oh, my fault. I'm tripping.
Oh,
I'm tripping. I'm talking about my mic on.
you
Yes, there's a
faded.
difference, bro. Like when you say a mestizo, that's the ethnicity over there. There's the indigenous
Right,
people,
right.
like the Pipers.
Okay,
What's the
hold on.
other ones you named?
Well, I want to let's discuss that indigenous people. Who are the indigenous people? Because now watch this. They say indigenous and European ancestry. So indigenous is its own group, but they also said Afro Mexican.
See what I'm saying?
So we know the Afro Mexicans and the indigenous are two different groups of people. They're not the same. So what do they mean by that?
No. What I'm saying is, can you please name the ethnicities that you named?
Okay, they said Mexico is a multi-ethnic country with mestizos forming the largest group, followed by indigenous peoples, European descendant Mexicans, and smaller Afro-Mexicans and other communities.
Okay, when they're saying that the Afro Mexicans, the motherfuckers that fuck black people or island motherfuckers that mixed with the Mexicans that are mixed. And then when they say white Mexicans, they're saying some American white folks or some Europeans that came over there and slept with a mixed person, which is a Mexican. Or they're saying that a mestizo, a mixed motherfucking European, which is a Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, them motherfuckers went over there and had sex with them. They're still Mexican, but they're different ethnicities inside of
No, no, hold on.
their nation.
Yes, but no, when they say European descendant Mexicans, I think they just talk about national. They Mexicans, but they descended of Europeans. So like the nation is Mexico. So
Bro, they're
right here
talking
it
about
say
people that look like
like
the boxer that
the
just fought
Spanish.
Crawford, Canelo. That is a Mexican that a white person went over there and had sex with a Mexican, and they came out looking white Mexican. Yeah, you're not inside nobody's ethnicity if you just came over there and you still a European. Like, oh, yeah, I'm a European. You're not a part of their ethnicity. You're just a European that came over here to visit or stay. Now, inside of America, we don't emphasize it, but there's a whole bunch of black girls, black people that have Asian mixture. Fucking a lot of people went over there to Korea and fucked them Korean and had mixture kids. And then there's a whole bunch of white and black people that mixed and they call them mulattoes. Then
Right.
there's some Puerto Rican
Thank you.
motherfuckers or some
Thank
Spanish
you.
people that has sex with black folks. Them different ethnicities inside of our race, bro, or inside of our
Start blending.
nationality.
All right, so here, right here, it says overall, Mexico's population reflect a rich tapestry of ethnic diversity, shaped by centuries of indigenous civilizations, European colonization, African influence, and immigration, making it one of the most, it says, culturally varied countries in the Americas.
Okay,
So,
now we know that nobody from Nigeria or the African continent been going to Mexico. They just ain't been over there ever.
come
So who are they
on,
talking about?
cut. Come on, cut. They just put Africans in there. They may not be in the
I'm
United States. They
asking
in
you, what
Mexico, though.
Africans are they talking about?
Okay, let's look. Let's look it up.
Bro, don't no Africans be migrating over to Mexico until like 2020, bro, like 2015. Shit. I'm just trying to say, you trying to make something that it ain't true.
Look. I didn't write that, homie. They wrote that. It says African ethnic groups in Mexico. Mexico African descendant population known as Afro Mexican. Boom. Where Mr. Aboriginal Smith at? So I can slap him up real quick.
Bro, them people ain't been there more than a decade, man, maybe 15 years. It's been the whole Americas when Africa just left Africa and do a little push down there. Them people are new down there.
Check this though. It says include people of total or predominantly African ancestry, as well as those mixed with African heritage from other regions. While the Mexican Constitution recognized Afro-Mexican communities as part of the nation's, it says, plural culture makeup, their presence has historically been underrepresented in official narratives.
Bro, Pia Paco was a black or so-called African American person that made the whole West Coast, bro. The Mexicans even say they come from old Mexicans. Everybody know that shit. They ain't no Africans. That's us.
You talking about in Mexico?
The
What about?
whole world say that the Olmecs is the creators. Them some niggas. Mexicans
All
are
right.
mixed people. To get a Mexican, you need a nigga. You need them.
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. I used to think that, right? And I heard that they have a lot of our blood, this and that, this and that. But now that DNA coming out, they got some of them got less than 5%, homie. And most of them, they like the lighter ones you'll see have European blood, but the copper color ones are more pure and indigenous.
Hey, do you trust the European?
Just as far as I could throw 'em.
Okay, so DNA came out by the Europeans in 1999. Really, it's like it came out and was invented in 1999. You believe that shit?
Yes,
You just said you don't believe them as far as you could throw them.
but now we talking science though, bro. When it come to DNA and when it come to genetics, that is truth. That shit works. It's for real.
Okay, now when they talk about DNA that like they could map your DNA to a murder site or a crime scene, yes, I could say that's pretty good science. But when you saying that you don't have my mother's or my father's or my grandparents on either side, great grandparents, great great grandparents, great 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 so many grades back, you don't have none of them. How is that science?
So let me tell you why I say that. So say for instance, they don't have none of your grandparent, none of your people. No, they have your people's blood, right? They over in Washington, Washington State. But you was kidnapped as a child, and you was over in fuck in South Carolina, raised up in South Carolina. You thought you was Geechee, you Geechee, raised up with some people. You do a blood test, they'll say that your family is in Washington State without even knowing, because it'll match up.
No, what
And
I'm
I
saying
noticed
is that blood test was here first. That's called blood test when you take blood samples. That's ABO blood. And then in 1999, these white people that we don't trust as far as we could throw, they came out with DNA. And they don't have none of our family's DNA. They don't even have our DNA. We spit in a tube. See, that's what I'm trying to say where I don't respect DNA, because to take a blood test, you have to get the blood. But they're saying they doing blood DNA on us, bro. They don't even take our blood. Make it make sense for me.
where do saliva come from,
It's not blood.
but it's genetic material, right?
It's not blood.
It's not blood, but is it genetic material?
It's called blood test.
Okay, look. All right, how about this? You right. It's not blood. My father, my father. Matter of fact, no, my one of my cousins contacted me. He was like, "Hey, man, no, contact my brother." Told him about this female. They're talking about she related to him. You know what I mean? Coming to find out, this was a sister I never knew I had. My father was younger, ended up knocking his chick down, but he ended up moving out of state. And when he went back home to visit, he said he heard about it, but they had moved, and he been looking for it because the chick got pregnant. She was raised as the other dude was her father. So she grew up thinking this other man was her father the whole time. She got two other brothers and sisters. They all went took a DNA test, but theirs came out same mom and daddy. Hers came out mama, not daddy. So now she went to her mama asking questions, but she don't have the heart to tell old boy that he's not her real father. That linked her to my brother who's in California that took a test, and she got linked to my other cousin that's in Louisiana that took a test, and she lives here in Georgia where I'm at. But and check this, it also connect me to my uncles that my father's father is went to New York.
Hey man, your mic going in
Daddy,
and out.
no, you got me. So my pops, they got the same dad. So DNA,
Now,
bro, that shit
look, this is
works.
what I'm trying to tell you is when you look at the research of DNA, blood types have been out since like the 1870s. Like that type of anthropology been out for a while. Blood types. When you take somebody's blood and say it's an A, AB, ABO, I mean O, negative, positive, RH. That's been out at least like since the 1870s. So 100 years later, 1970, DNA is not out, and they still have all of our blood tests. That's how they do genealogy through our blood tests. And then 30 years later, which is 1999 and 2000, that's when they come up with DNA when they bought the blood test. See, all that our families was already there through the blood test, but they never did no blood test on our grandparents and all that stuff connecting us to Africa. That's what I'm saying. There's no proof of that shit.
So and even so when they do, people think that you connect to a specific person. No, you connect to a population. Blood type travels through like when I say ethnic group, it's a population. You know what I mean? Or I give you another one. I give you a specific traits. You can have like let's say big nose and big ears. This trait pops up in a society. They on an island. After you go through all the combinations of breeding, everybody will end up having that trait of big nose and big ears and a certain skin complexion. After a period of years, you come out looking like the Aboriginals of Australia, a distinctive group that have distinctive features. Their spit is unique from everybody else spit on the face of the planet. Their hair follicles is unique. You feel me, bro? You science.
And that's what
Y'all don't
they're
have to believe
saying.
us.
They're saying that our shit is unique. That they had to find somebody in America called Albert Pike. See what I'm saying? Yes, I'm agree. They saying our shit is unique. And then Dociana did the debate where Albert Pike separates from everybody else, like the AOO. You can't find that shit in Africa.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Somebody in the comments said it don't point to landmass. Okay, there's no genetic test that you could take that people go grab some dirt off the ground and be like, yep, your blood connect to this dirt. That don't happen. It only connect to human populations. If the human population totally move from one region to another region, they not gonna say you from that region. They gonna say you from the region where the people are that match your genetic makeup. Wherever those people are, that's where they gonna say you from.
I'm
So,
trying to say that our
but go
genetic
ahead. You said
makeup
Albert Pike.
come from Albert Pike.
Now, hold on, Albert Perry.
Perry, I said Pike. Yeah, Albert Perry. I'm bugging.
Okay, hold on. Now, Albert Perry got genetic ancestry. I mean, African ancestry.
No, we don't.
Okay, let's see. Albert Perry, an African American man from South Carolina born between 1819 and 1827, carried a Y chromosome that did not fit into any previous known human lineage. Genetic analysts and his descendants
You stay
reveal.
right there
Uh,
though.
Go
Right
ahead.
there. So I'm gonna let you go. I apologize for cutting you off.
No,
I'm
it's
just
all love. Go
interjecting.
ahead.
So right there, when they did this DNA test, they said this American Negro is separate from everybody else. And I digress.
Okay. It says genetic analysts of his descendants reveal a new haplo AOO, which represent a deep divergent branch of the human. It says paternal tree. This lineage is estimated to have originate approximately 338,000 years ago. It says scientifically predominant significantly predominant. Previous estimates, it says, from the most recent common male or Y chromosome atom. Now let's continue to read. It says significance of haplogroup AOO. Haplogroup AOO is a paternal lineage defined by unique genetic markers from past fathers to son. It says it discovered, reshaped the human Y chromosome free, creating a new root and root. No, there you go. New root. So you in this too. So what I'm about to get to, you a part of this, right? It says extending the timeline of male ancestry far beyond prior estimates. The lineage demonstrate the genetic diversity in Africa is far deeper and more ancient than previous understood. Suggests that multiple divergent human lineages coexist on the continent for hundreds of years. No, hundreds of thousands of years. My bad. African connection. Subsequent research traced the AOO haplogroup to West Cameroon, where it is found among the Imbo and the Bangwa ethnic group. Notice they talk about two different ethnic groups. When you do Aboriginal research, they never speak of ethnic groups. Okay, let's continue. It says, this confirms that Perry's DNA is not an isolated abnormality. It says, but living remnants of one human's earliest paternal lines. The presence of the lineage in both African population and Perry's descendants in the Americas highlights the deep African roots of his ancestry. Fuck with it. And see, bro, I know people all in the comments, oh, the African shit, oh, the fact that there's ethnic groups under African, when you say American and you don't have ethnic groups, goes to show that you wasn't actually developing as a people, because people naturally develop ethnic groups. It's natural. It's a natural phenomenon.
Okay, when you said Albert Perry, it first started off that was a distinct group separated from everybody, correct?
His Y chromosome did not fit into any previously known lineage.
So
Genetic
it's separated
analysis,
from all of them. Right there, that's saying it's not with none. That means it's separated. It's separate.
yes.
Okay, they said after that, they're making estimates, correct? They don't have no facts. It's all estimates, correct?
No. Subsequent research traced the AOO haplogroup to Western Cameroon. Yes, they traced it to
No,
West
I'm talking about
Cameroon.
go back up to the top because I'm gonna break it all
Okay,
the way
let's go
down
back up
for
to the
you.
top.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
what,
that Cameroon came at the end.
what do you want me to
So
read?
at the top, it plainly said that Albert Perry was separate from everybody. Correct?
No, it says no. Hold on. It says Albert Perry, African American man from South Carolina, born between 1819 and 1827, carried a unique Y chromosome that did not fit into any previous known human lineage.
Okay, right there, right then. It did not fit into nothing. It was unique. It was different. It was separate, correct?
It was, yes, nothing known. Yes,
Okay, then. So after that, everything else is estimated. Everything you said, well, we estimate this, we estimate that. Am I right or wrong?
no, you're wrong.
Where does it say, well, we got some proven facts of this except for estimate because it said estimate 4 times in there. That's why I wrote it down in the chat.
Estimate.
Why don't you read
Not
on after Albert Perry? Keep
okay.
on reading on how they
Albert
got it.
Perry, African American man from South Carolina, born between 1819 and
We
1827.
passed that, but all right.
Okay, I'm gonna keep
Go ahead.
reading because I want to see estimate. It says, okay, here. Oh, it did say it. Oh no, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna skip down. This lineage is estimated to have originated approximately 3,000, no, 338,000 years ago, significantly
Okay, so
predating
right there,
previous
they're using
estimates.
estimations. Correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
they
then they're going
estimating the age of it.
300,000. Then they're going 300,000 years ago, correct?
Yes.
Or was there humans around 300,000 years ago, or was there monkeys?
It was human. I don't know about the monkey thing.
Okay, fine. So after that, they use prior estimations, correct? If you read down, it
Yes,
says
but
prior
they did say
estimation.
yes. They do say previous estimates. Go ahead.
Can you read that sentence for me?
Yes, it says significantly predating previous estimates from the most recent common male ancestor.
So they estimating about this male lineage
Yes.
100,000 years ago, because you keep reading
So
down, it says a hundred
now,
thousand years ago.
hold on. What they're estimating is time. The time. That's what they're estimating. Time, not connection. They're not estimating connection. They're estimating time. But go ahead.
Okay, now
Now
that
you
was the second one was estimating time. I agree with you, but the first one was estimating male lineage.
not true.
If you read the sentence, that's what it says.
I'm gonna read it
It was
again.
estimating the male lineage.
This lineage is estimated to have originated approximately 338. That's time. It says significantly predating previous estimates. So previous estimates of time. That's time.
Okay,
Because
so
they don't know for sure.
they're taking Albert Perry, that's in 1990s, and they're giving the estimate and saying that we're connecting this
18,
to something that's
18,
300, huh?
18, 18,
Okay,
19.
in the 1800s. My fault. You're right. 1800s. They're saying we're connecting this DNA from the 1800s to three. We're estimating it goes back 300,000 years.
Oh man, these people are
See,
somebody
now
said
the main thing I'm saying is when they got done with their estimations and their science, they said it went to a country called Cameroon, correct?
yes.
Do we have anything similar to the Cameroonians?
As in what do you mean?
Anything of thought, look, hair description, height, size, swag, any damn thing?
You can't say swag, and you can't start talking about like characteristics that developed in a society because the swag in New York is different from the swag in California. What are you talking about?
Now you're saying that 300,000 years ago is where
Let me.
Albert Perry comes from. And then we didn't get kidnapped until the 15 and 1600s. So we have to
The,
have something similar to the
I,
Cameroons.
okay, we could go there. Let me just answer this real quick because somebody said no genealogy test could show that you related to Shaka Zulu. So what they don't understand is that if a person is known to be from a certain, like history say that this person was known to be amongst the Zulus, right? The history says he was a part of the Zulus. When you check a DNA test and you take the DNA genetics, and then you go to Brazil, and there's people there with similar DNA, they'll say we link you to these people because y'all have genetic the variations in your blood, like it's similar. You feel me?
Okay, now
That's
it's
what's happening.
similar. Now, when you say similar, is an apple and an orange similar?
Um, in a way, you could find some. They both edible, so yes, you could find similarities. They
Is
both grow
okay.
on
Let me give
trees.
another. Like, is a banana and an orange similar?
They're both edible. They're both plants based. So yeah, and they're different. They're still different.
Say that again.
They're different.
Okay, then. So they're never saying that we're the same.
No, of course it's not the same. It's always look. Check this out, Brody.
Huh?
The genetics of the people, the African Americans. You know, the people that the YouTubians that identify the LBGTA, and the A is for Aboriginal, the LBGTAs. Now they want to identify as Indian, that's fine, but genetically we're closer to West African. Now, when you go to Africa, there's people on the African continent. Their genetics is farther apart on the actual continent than ours is. So, and that's them developing over time frame different. You feel me? And this is what I'm saying. By you saying that we are the same here, that don't make sense. So that just goes to show that our DNA, we didn't have enough time to mutate and change, because DNA changes. You can have a twin brother. Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
You
oh, go ahead. My
go ahead.
fault. I thought you was done.
No. Oh,
Now your mic
I
going
didn't
in
see
and out
right
a
there.
little bit.
No, I didn't see the queen right there. No, you can have a twin brother, and your genetics and his genetics won't be the same. It'll be close, but he could take different things or more things from the mama, and you could take more things from your father in like different parts of the genetics.
You
All
went in and
all
out again.
right, hold on. You know what? Let me go to this motorcycle and go get this other headset.
Yeah, what I'm just saying is, if we can't
Oh,
trust
so
these
what?
Europeans as far as we throw them,
Yeah, that'll work.
yeah, if we can't throw them, like if we can't trust
Oh,
them as
good
far as
looking.
we
I'm gonna
throw
hit the bottom.
them, we shouldn't be listening to some new modern DNA that they saying they're speculating and giving estimates, and they're saying stuff is similar. Like, bro, if I said I want an orange, I don't want nothing similar to an orange. That's why I gave that scenario. If you telling me that I come from the orange clan, don't give me something similar to an orange that's the apple, or that's the apple clan. Hey, put your mic on mute real quick, bro.
My
My
bad, my
fault.
bad.
No problem, brother. That's what I'm trying to say. When y'all listen to what these people saying, they're saying you're similar to them, but they're saying that they're giving us an orange. Like, we come from the orange clan. If I come from the orange clan, don't say I'm similar to this is similar to the orange clan. Okay, a banana is similar to an orange. They both peel off and they both have citrus in it and all that shit. They both healthy, but they two different damn things. They shape different, look different, different colors. I don't want something similar. I want to know what tribe I'm connected to. And according to DNA, I'm connected factually to the Albert Perry. I said Albert Pike. I'm wild. The Albert Perry tribe. I don't know what you call that Albert Perry tribe. It's separate.
Hey, you went out, Brody.
Huh?
Oh, you had went out.
Who, me?
Yeah, you went out.
Oh
But
shit.
you said you connected to the Albert Perry.
Yes, and it specifically says that we're separate and distinct from everybody until you that go. 1,000 years ago, and they're estimating. I digress.
So, but this is the thing, though, right? When we saying that when you looking at it and you take a group of people like we came from the South, right? And you take these all these people that came from the South. Some came from Mississippi, some came from Louisiana. They all go to the West Coast. These are actually the same bodies of people, but when the genetics start mixing on the West Coast, they develop different. You feel me? It's going to develop whole different groups of people. And the fact that people here, when you start asking them about ethnic groups, they talk about, oh, that's fake social constructs, but there's no actual facial feature or distinctive features that developed in America that's different from everywhere else. You got those features, you got features that develop in other places that you
Yeah, your mic keep going in and out.
hold on, I'm about to
We
change
ain't
what
heard
it
nothing for
says.
like the last 5 seconds. Yeah, we ain't heard nothing for at least 10 seconds.
Body bag.
No, I think he going in and out, App Hard. I just wanted like, I don't want to agree with nothing he's saying, but shit, it's a good bill.
Yeah, it's a good conversation. This is the most decorum I've seen you have in a long time, Root Words.
Well, shit, when I'm over here on some information, shit, we're gonna get to some information. Thank you. Shit. Gotta say
Hey,
thank you.
hey,
Hit the
Rudy
like,
Cole
y'all.
player.
Subscribe. Shit.
Hey, so no, seriously, and that's why I be asking. I'm not on here to say no, you're not Aboriginal. No, we really have no. I ain't even worried about that. So let's just talk about the development of the Aboriginals here. So Asians are developed, and we know the Japanese that have distinctive facial features, and you could tell that bloodline been crossing paths. They blood been crossing each other so much that they begin to look the same. Aboriginals in Australia, they bloodline been crossing each other so much that they begin to look the same. China, same thing. That haven't happened here. And this is when we get back into the genetic bottlenecks, things of that nature, that you need admixture. But even when we start even talking about Chinese, we're not going to deny that the Chinese and Japanese are both Asian, but they speak different languages. The North Koreans, right there connected to China, Korea, but they speak different languages. But right here, the Aboriginals are isolated by themselves in the world, and they're not connected to a greater name. Like you could say America, but when you say America, you still talking about Mexicans, Brazilians, Peruvians. You ain't talking about one group of people.
I'm just saying, according to DNA, they're giving us stuff that's similar. And we're not looking for stuff that's similar when it comes to DNA. I don't want you to like when they say DNA, I want to know what tribe I come from. If I come from the orange tribe, I don't want to say, well, I'm gonna give you the apple tribe or the banana tribe because it's similar to your shit. I'm like, no, I'm looking for the orange tribe. And then when they say they're only estimating and speculating, and then it's coming from the Europeans that we can't throw further. And then they admit at the beginning that we are just unique, separate, and just y'all shit on a
Okay.
whole different level than the whole world until we connect y'all to some 300,000 year ago shit when humans wasn't even around. It's just hard for me to believe in that shit, bro. I
Okay,
digress.
so we got to do this with DNA as well. If you got a group of people and you take the DNA don't tell you what those people are. Those people tell you what they are. And then they name the DNA what the people say they are. So, and then when you start talking about tribes and in different nations and groups in Africa, oh, if they go connect me over there, then why they can connect me to which one? We still talking about different ones that's not around. You know what I mean? Different ones that actually got decimated. And I can give you this. Shaka. I use it all the time. I actually studied it. They're from West Africa. The Bantu migration out of West Africa went south. The Kenyans, Tanzania, Congo are Bantu. Bantus are from West Africa. and they're all still different. They're similar but different, but they're under the Bantu. I just don't
Yeah,
see that happening here in the Americas. Everybody just say Aboriginal, and but there's no like right now. Even y'all want to say we are Aboriginals. That's cool. Well, if it's a real thing, say y'all Aboriginals, take a DNA test, and then they should label you Aboriginal because that's what y'all call yourself. They'll label your blood type Aboriginal, and then y'all will start showing that y'all family. But it's crazy how all y'all on here talk about y'all Aboriginal, but none of y'all show up to the same family reunions.
People in Cameroon don't do that.
They don't do what?
We're the only people that have family reunions. That ain't known nowhere else around the world. Family reunions.
No. When I'm saying, I say that as if like you
how
and
do you
Bap don't
know
be
that
like y'all cousins.
how did you know that the Bantu migration even really happened and existed?
Uh, African history.
I'm saying how? What African history? There is no primaries of no written records from that time.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
so we could.
the Bantu don't even have a didn't even have a alphabet, a writing system. So
All
how
right.
do they even know that it even existed? I'm just asking a real simple question, a genuine, simply question, bro. I'm not trying to be funny.
You know what? We don't. Let's go with that. Now, where do that leave us?
That means all that Bantu, Spanish South bullshit is bullshit. All the whole statement you just made up is all built off of merit that doesn't even have no data to back it up. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Cool. But we could agree that it's people in Ghana that consider themselves to be of Bantu origin. I'm asking. Outside of the migration, that is people on the West Coast that consider themselves Bantu.
And is there people anywhere else?
Yeah, no, yes, there is. But we throwing out the Bantu migration. We go throw it out. We go take it and throw it out.
And to be
Since you
honest,
just
no, I don't. I wouldn't say people in Ghana are Bantu to be honest, or have Bantu origins. I don't believe
okay,
that.
all right, cool. So you don't believe nobody in West? Is there anybody in West African
No,
that claim to be Bantu?
because when you start breaking down, I'm glad you brought up Ghana, which I think you're being slick with that. And you
No, I'm
didn't
not.
bring hold on, you didn't bring up Nigeria or Cameroon, but that's funny. Okay, but what's funny is they got particular ethnic groups in Ghana. You know, I study Africa too, brother. So they got the Akan. You familiar with the Akan?
Not really. I ain't did no research on them.
Oh yeah, I don't really know too much neither. I gotta go talk to some more niggas about them. But yeah, you know Akon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their cousin. So yeah, man. So none of these groups are Bantu groups.
Okay. Let me see. Let's. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up and I'm gonna read it. All right. So they're not Bantu groups. I'm not gonna argue that they are. Let's just look it up. Um, what groups in West Africa are Bantu? Western Bantus refer to the Bantu speaking communities primarily located in the western region of Kenya and the Lake Victorian area, including
No,
the.
no, 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 no. I'm not talking about the language group, brother. So listen, when we're talking about Bantu, we're talking about classifications of a particular ethnic group. There's no Guyanese indigenous ethnic group labeled or Bantu, is what I'm saying, bro. Period. You're talking about a linguistics. We're talking about the
So,
people.
oh, okay, cool. So we do understand that there are Bantu linguistics. That
Yeah,
Bantu.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So so there's Bantu.
Bantu language, right?
Okay, so that do exist in West Africa.
Yes, I'm not negating that.
All right,
That's
cool. All right,
It
not the
exists in
people.
other places too, though.
I ain't gonna fight that. Not the people, but the language. I go with that. So it just right here, it just said Kenya.
Well,
So not the people.
there's no such thing as Bantu people in Ghana at all. So
I
that's what I'm
got
saying.
you. No Bantu people, only language. That's where I want to go. No Bantu people. No Bantu people. Bantu language. I'm with that. I don't want to argue that. Cool, got you. But we do know it's Bantu language and
I'm asking you this right now. Hold on. Where's the bulk of Bantu language spoken at today? That's my question to you. So we're gonna go back and forth.
okay. I don't know, but I could look it up.
Go ahead.
All right.
Take your time. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna tell me something. I know it ain't West Africa. and I know it ain't fucking Ghana in particular.
Hold on.
Yeah. And so once we figure this out, this is just gonna prove that the place where Bantu initially originated at don't even have speakers there.
Okay. It says the bulk of Bantu languages are located in Central Africa, Southeast Africa, East Africa, and Southern Africa, with the highest concentration in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They didn't even mention West Africa.
They didn't mention Ghana in particularly, where you brought up. So throw that whole shit away, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So let's say, watch this. Hold on. All right. Oh, you're right. It don't. Ghana. It don't. It says indigenous languages belong to Western Africa or Niger Congo. So that's different.
I know.
So let me see.
Bro, listen, listen, Tweety Bird. I didn't mean to ask you this hard question that was gonna bust your brain. It was just something to get you to start thinking before you start going off of these pseudo ass Bantu migration shit.
Okay. It says origins and start of the Bantu migration. The Bantu migration, also called the Bantu expansion, roughly 3,000 or 4,000 years ago from Proto-Bantu speaking homelands in southern West Africa.
Yeah,
it says
listen,
particularly, hold on. Go ahead, you got it.
You missing the whole point, brother. I'm challenging that narrative, saying that you couldn't give me a primary data saying or showing a written document from that time or anything saying that the Bantu migration even happened.
Okay. But hold on. So let me go back to the first point.
You don't even get written records about a Bantu migration to about 3,500 years after that.
Okay, got you. So now we say that the people are not Bantu, but the languages are. This is what you're saying, right? Because you agreed that there's Bantu languages, and there are Bantu in West Africa.
No, there ain't no Bantu.
Okay. From Proto-Bantu speaking homelands in southern West Africa, particularly in the region of modern-day Cameroon and Nigeria. It says this is area often described as the heartland of the Bantu.
Are we talking about Ghana or are we talking about West Africa in general?
Well, it ain't Ghana. I just picked a West African country. I just pulled that on my ass. But right now, it says heartland. It's still considered West Africa. I said the Bantu migration.
I thought we were.
Okay, I got you. We ain't talking about. I just picked any country, bro. Yeah. So it ain't Ghana.
You're gonna get a different answer from that.
No, you're right. I just picked one because the reason I was trying to go somewhere with it. I was trying to go somewhere, but I want you to get everything you got out. So this is why, because I keep asking the question and I'm just not getting answered. So we don't have to call them Bantu people. We don't got to, but we know the languages are Bantu, right? So we got Bantu languages in West Africa. We got Bantu languages in East Africa. They got something called Bantu supremacy in South Africa. And it's an issue that the people in South Africa complained about. And I heard them talking about it myself. I didn't even know that exists. I was on the live. He was like, yeah, they on that Bantu supremacy. And I'm like, damn, I never heard that before. So this is happening on the ground. So when it comes to Bantu, you don't have to acknowledge them as a people. But the people that's black folks in South Africa have something that they call Bantu supremacy in South Africa. And Bantu is not, didn't originate in South Africa. Whether it's a language or a people, it don't even matter to me, whatever. But so Bantu exists.
So it originated where it's spoken as the most. How about that?
Not necessarily. Because they could have had a population.
Listen, they could have, but if we ain't going off of could have, we're going off what we can prove. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna give you some time to do some research. I gotta get up out of here. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. It's been 3 hours though. You feel me?
Hey, thanks for letting us build, bro. I appreciate this one. It was a good one for mine. Shit.
Hey, Aboriginal Smith, you did not pull up, cuz. Talking about stuck in a matrix. Pull up next time. Pull up and get slapped up.
Cub be spanking you up all day. I already know Cub be spanking.
Hey, look, man, look. Look. When you boxing, you take a few punches. It's nothing. Go ahead, take them. It's all good. You know what I mean? But look, y'all don't have ethnic groups. Y'all got to develop some ethnic groups. You know what I mean? In order for y'all to be a real people, y'all can't be around the first people around. Everybody else on every other continent got ethnic groups except what y'all. Every people got just. Mulatto is like a Breno, bro. It's like a. But look, he gotta go. He gotta go.
I gotta go.
I know. all right, bro.
Hey, man, y'all take it easy, man. Peace. We out here.
Stay positive, bro.
Be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. We out of here.
24K. Big facts only. On your bitch ass. Cry me a river so I can float the boat. I don't need a bridge, I need an open coast, but lose when I dock. I let the focus go, we made it here. Ain't no need to rope a dope. Hater had to fight those years. Tears and all them lonely roses over now. Smiles the only faces that we stuck with. Living like a god, cause God said it give me comfort. Talking to the squad about building up our living structures. To change the way the masses view the classes they all stuck in. Give courage to the families in the struggle. We was once them, above them, never. Better because them. Understand black elite forever. Gon' plug in. Absent to make it, concentrating on our funding. I'm sure that the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending. Yeah, the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending.
I'm sure that never fall off. For this bag I can't call off. Tell me who to trust, cause it's demons on my call off. I just wanna live in abundance and be well off. Now chess pieces off of my board, cause they might tell off. Strategic moves, smell like success when I'm breezing through. We mapping moves, thinking about Jay, wish he was breathing too. Them oppositions along the road was always needed too. I had to look myself in the mirror, I've been defeated too, to see the vision, and I got clarity now. I was lost, but God, he hearing me now. Orchestrating all our steps, you hear that symphony sound. It's all specific, the mission, pray for my enemies now. The demons out, but all my angels around.
Always better than beginning. And I'm one sure step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending. Yeah, the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon.
They made me read book. I could read a book so quick. Like I could read 1,000 books in the fucking week.
You could do that?
Yeah, because I was like trained to read.
Damn, and because of that, they put you in special ed?
Well, in special ed, train you. It's